All right, so now we're live again, and I have to link the new YouTube for the old YouTube. Dude, like, I'm so sick of this. Like, fucking A, what is it going to take for Rumble to let me just have one thing I plug into? I set it up once, and I don't have to do it every single goddamn day for every single fucking stream. Because, again, like, it's all X dashes. I clicked Control-C, Control-V, the way I do hundreds of times, but it didn't copy the fucking password over or something. And so it didn't happen for them. And now I'm going to go get the YouTube thing. And hopefully Rumble will be there by then. I don't know if Rumble's live or not. Because I'm just trying to get the goddamn YouTube password. Nobody's saying anything in the Rumble chat that we're live, so we'll see.
Yeah.
I'll go check it myself. I saved and I updated. Yep, it says we're live, and we're live. Okay. So there we go. It's just, again, like, it's just I have to copy a new address and a new password for this thing every single time. But they don't keep the password visible, and even if it is, it's a collection of letters and numbers. It's working for me. Thank you, Rusty. But yes, we do know. So thank you. So yeah, it's just like I'm just so sick. It's the only platform that I've ever dealt with where it's like, no, for every single individual stream, you have to go in and go, no, this is my address. No, this is my password. Every single time. What if I do 2 streams in a day? Are they one continuous stream? No. It's just a stream, and I stream again, like, say, 5 hours later. Then that's 2 different streams, and yeah, you have to have 2 different addresses and passwords each and every time. And people could be like, well, geez, Johnny, that doesn't sound that hard. No, it doesn't, but it leaves the door open for fuck-ups like this, where I mistake that XXX-XXXX is the exact same XXX-XXX that it was 5 seconds ago, and not the one that it was from yesterday. Like, fucking pain in the ass. Pain in the ass. And we were having a great start. Everybody got to enjoy the thumbnail, at least on Rumble. I'll give Rumble this. It put the thumbnail up as the screen the whole time, so they at least got to enjoy the image.
They didn't get to the new one. Yeah.
They didn't get to enjoy the song. YouTube and Twitch, I'm sorry. You feel free to tune out for the next minute. And it's precisely a minute. But I feel that the Rumble audience, as one of the larger audiences, the Rumble audience, well, you should stop assuming all porn is the same. What? I'm not talking about porn.
I think we're talking about different things.
God, you guys have a one-track mind. Like, I need to start being like, yeah, we get it. You like porn. Dear Lord. What the fuck? Like, this had nothing to do with porn. I gotta do you have a computer porn? I don't even watch porn, but still. Like, this had nothing to, whatever. Anyways, here we go. Boom.
Hey, did you hear about that brand new thing? Everyone is already complaining. Hop in the chat, give us a shout. Wait till you see what Digger and Johnny are talking about. It's game over with Johnny and the Canuck. Laughing at a world that sorta sucks, so just forget the plan. It's game over, man. So sit in the chat, let's have a laugh. Hours planned at 3.5. Digger squirrels driving Johnny mad, reading chat backwards, making people laugh. Hey, who's yelling in the back? It's Al unloading on a dog's back. It's game over with Johnny and the Canuck. Laughing at a world that sorta sucks, so just forget the plan. It's game over, man.
Just a nice, short and sweet banger. I love it. You don't watch porn? No, let's, first of all, to be clear, I'm not saying I never have. I'm just saying I'm in a situation that I don't have a need to. So we're good. We're good. And even when I'm not,
that makes it sound like I'm making porn for you. I've replaced your porn. That's kind of gross.
That's gross. That's gross. But yeah, I do see Wild's comment there. That's fun. That's just I don't think that's a thing. Anyways, let's close this.
It'll always feel awkward to be here this early. Should I come back? I'll come back.
No.
Hi, Lexi. How you doing? You don't have to go and come back.
Don't feel awkward. In fact,
just get used to being here.
You know what? I'm just grateful.
It won't be weird.
I'm just grateful you came in after the kerfuffle. So now you're in the right one, and as long as the internet holds, we're good. So I rebooted my my YouTube or not YouTube, my servers and stuff. Not servers, routers. Shit, fuck. Guess who celebrated 420 right before the show? I rebooted my routers. Not you? Oh, weird.
No, I forgot.
But yeah. Just image. Someone said "F you Rumble." It's not the size of the audience that counts, and I'm curious where that image is because I opened the chat, and now it's gone. I don't see it anymore. Weird. You know what? Fuck it.
Weird.
Anyways, weird.
Weird.
I need to double check one thing. I think we have. I think I have to deduct some revenue from Twitch for the goal. I have to check and see if that's
revenue.
Well, like,
is that like cash? Does it work the same way? Or
yeah,
is it...
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just the same thing. Just the same.
Oh.
Bam. All right. So, let's go over.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Well, you know what? Actually, just look at this one. There we go. Quick. Shooba dooba doop doop doop. Aw. I normally do all this stuff like before the show launches. And so, so that was sad. Okay. Yep. Okay. So $2. All right. Good to know. We'll keep track of that. So yeah, well, that was we're on.
Happy 420! Yay!
Oh shit. Well then, fuck. $35 for the 24th, which is shit. That's this Friday. All right then. Let's see how we do on all of that. Johnny # smoke the cure. Did I do it right? What do
I don't know what you were trying to do. I'd say probably.
I don't know what # smoke the cure is supposed to get you. Smoke the like button says balls deep. Yeah, I had fun illuminating. You know the story behind 420, right?
No.
Not even the broad strokes?
No, I assumed it was something the hippies came up with because they were hippies.
That's sort of true. You got that's the broadest of broad strokes. But there was a bunch of California kids in California, dumbass. And so they had a statue that they'd meet at 420. So the original phrase was 420 Louise was their code about 420. They'd be like, hey man, you 420 Louise today? And they'd be like, no, I can't. I got stuff, like whatever. But that was their code for we're going to smoke after school out by the statue. And so they would do that. They were a big part of the Grateful Dead's like group, like groupies and stuff, like the Grateful Dead, like everything. So it got shared among Grateful Dead culture, which then solidified it as a thing because it got publicized in like a High Times article. This is all stemming from the 1970s when it began. And so that's how it kind of became a thing. I was misled for the longest time that it was police code, and I used to say that with confidence until someone harshly corrected me. And then I went.
I've never heard that one.
I had to look it up to make sure I was right, and I was right. It's the Waldos, because for a minute I thought it was Waldorf, and I was like,
"Oh,
one of that was right." I just have to like, where's Waldo? Waldo's getting high. It's like an acronym in my head now.
Okay.
But yeah, didn't have that part. Also, again, for the longest time, I misled people perpetuating a rumor like, "Oh, it's police code for weed," and that's why.
Yeah, no, I knew it had something to do with the hippies.
That's what I heard.
Came out of the Grateful Dead camp. That's
what I heard from potheads when I was younger and smoking, which I now, like, looking back on it, still a pothead. So don't be like, oh, now that I'm sober, I figured it out. Like, no. But as an older pothead now, like, I've had time and it's clicked in my head. That'd be the stupidest code name for weed. Like, hey, man, we want to use a secret code so nobody understands what we're talking about. You got a little 420 on you? Like, yeah, because you could say that right in front of a cop who wouldn't know police code and go, wait a minute, did you ask him if he had marijuana? Like, what? No, you know, what does 420 mean? Like, that's going to make him ask questions. So I'm like, now I'm looking back,
You realize
Waldo,
it's full of-
Geraldo, Faldo. So that's what's wrong with him. Wait a minute. Who's Waldo, Geraldo, Faldo? I heard a infamous leader was born on this day in 1889, says King Kong Dong. That's also the other one. I was telling our lady Digger this. The auction house is referred to as AH. No one's ever made that connection. And so now I'm going to paint it for people when I'm going to go in being ignorant into chats. And I'll be like, happy auction house day. And they'll be like, what? And I'm like, kept reading that the auction house was born today. The AH was born today. I'm going to make people go, oh, and then they're going to go, oh, all the ways we always type in chat. I'm going to go to the AH. Great deals at AH. Made some money off of AH. Ooh, that one's even worse.
Yeah. I wouldn't be.
Nobody's ever seen it and like I've been weird because I'm like, I don't know the age of people playing this. I don't want to necessarily start that, but does anyone else see this and immediately think, you know, like if I wasn't playing, like, the context really helps here, but if you didn't have it, that's a fucked up message. Our great, oh dear Lord. Johnny was a narc. No, I wasn't. I like the song. I'm glad you like the song, Wild. I'm like, I told Digger I'm just going to play it 5 days a week. If she wants to show up every day since I'm playing the song, that's fine. It's a nice minute. Like the other one I liked, but it went too long and I should have chopped it or something. But I've gotten sick of the lyrics. It's been enough.
Shut up and sleep with me. Yeah, I'm done with that too. Yeah.
It was fun, but there wasn't enough to it. And then, yeah. And then people would be like, what's this song? Like, we had to start explaining the bit to people. It had been long enough that, like, new people showing up were like, we don't get it. And I'm like, yeah, that doesn't work anymore. Yeah. It doesn't work anymore. Whereas this current one is punchy. It's got attitude. It's right at a minute. It's got the upbeat nature I like. It's got the performance style I like. And it references Al shooting loads onto a dog's back, which
yes,
is
ideal.
Is not
Absolutely
entirely
ideal.
accurate. Because he's firing blanks, but
Yeah.
But like
tomato.
he has unloaded.
He's humping the hell out
he's
of that
unloaded
dog.
a war crimes amount of blanks on that dog. Ha, Brian. Ha.
Hi, Brian. I heard that one.
You didn't get me today. Thank you for the 25 bits. Yeah, you didn't get me today, buddy. Doesn't feel grapey. What? I don't think it should. It's not supposed to.
So, Brian, I'll just highlight something here. I'm really hoping you can show up to the stream tonight because I've got a brand new game and you are the best person to play it with me. So I'm hoping you can show up.
Okay,
I need someone really, really, really young because I'm going to show them pictures of things that I found in an old house that was made in 1902. The house was built. And I found a whole bunch of old school things in this
You
house.
know, like a shoe shining stand.
Well, no, we did find one of those, but not the
Fucking
stand,
Jesus.
just the shoe shining kits. But, you know. Dude,
I don't know
got
what
a
part
new
of that is
chair.
worse. I don't know what part of that is worse. The part where you're like, oh, we did find one of those. Or you're like, oh, well, you got the thing wrong. Who cares if I got the thing wrong? But we got the gist. But I
Yeah,
hate that you're like,
we
well.
found a couple like different kits.
Oh, God damn it.
Shoe, because you've got different colors, right? There was a shoe cleaning kit for the black and a shoe cleaning kit for the brown shoes.
It's just like
I didn't
'cause
even take pictures of those.
I expect you to
figured
be
you'd
like
do
I
those
did the
there.
bit, be like, this will be funny, and you'll be like, no, we didn't find anything like that. Instead, you literally do the opposite. Just go, oh yeah, we found one of those. Found a lot of stuff, and I'm just like, oh great. Let me guess. You also happen to have a plow blade, but the harness is remarkably small for like the Chihuahua of horses, or maybe I don't know, your average sized person.
No. We never did that here. Your slaves escaped over here to be safe and free. Thank you very much.
Right?
We
They
never
just did
that
it.
here.
They just did it under threat of shovel bashing. You guys just stood behind him with a shovel, be like, keep plowing there, eh? Really appreciate the work you're doing there, bud. Yeah, get after it. After this, you can go back to your cabin and get after that chicken with your missus. All right, great job there, eh? All right. No, we're not paying you. Just go. Oi.
Thanks for the work. No.
AP,
no, but we've
Digger
got a
found a
whole bunch
black
of
kid
stuff.
from 1910? Yeah.
Yeah, he's an interesting kid.
Rexstar Parody.
Finders
You
keepers.
have to keep the colors separate. When shining shoes, I mean.
Right. Well, yeah, you do. You totally do. You don't want to use the brown brush with the black stuff, and
Right.
then you're going to have black when you go and try and.
And it's easy
How
enough
about
to
the brown
separate them.
over-
The brown brush is smaller and it's got a little sombrero on it. The black brush is bigger and speaks funny. And the white
I don't
brush,
know.
the white brush, you can always tell which one that is because that's the one that's on top of overseeing all the other brushes. That's the
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. That they called it. I couldn't. Get... 1902 house. Did it have stairs? Did it have a decorative statue at the bottom of the staircase to St. Aaron?
No. It's interesting. It was actually the brewmaster's home. He built it the same time he was building the brewery. So the brewery is literally what is now the street, like a block away.
So
But it's
was it a yeasty house?
They still brew there, and the smell of the hops, I guess it is, that they're roasting or whatever. Oh my God, the smell is weird. It's an odd smell. It wasn't necessarily pleasant or unpleasant, but it was an odd smell.
If you change smell to taste, you've described about 95% of my experiences with beer.
Oh,
And
see,
then
I
that
like
other
beer.
5% is like 4%, and I utterly hate this. Tastes like garbage. And 1% like, it's not bad. I like that. I'm not a big beer guy.
Well, hopefully you like Grolsch, or maybe hopefully you don't like Grolsch. So when I buy them and put them in the fridge, you won't drink them.
I'm gonna say the likelihood's high on the second one. I'm one of those people where like I don't have a drinking problem or anything like that. But if I'm drinking, I prefer like hard liquor. Like for me, beer is like a striptease. Like, are we fucking or not? Like, come on. Like, don't. Beer is like, you know what I want? I want a buzz. I want to be fucked up, but I want to make sure if I am fucked up, I'm so watered down with actual liquid that it's coming out of every hole in my body and everybody can see that I'm completely wasted. Like that's beer to me. Otherwise, like, oh, I have a couple of those. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not naming names. We obviously all know who, but I've met people that have like, 3 or 4 beers and they're like, holy shit, you're fucking wasted. Like that must be nice for you. But for me, like beer to get the job done, we're drinking so much of it. I'm just peeing constantly. I got to get up, go to the bathroom, get up, go to the bathroom. It doesn't taste that great. The aftertaste isn't that fun. You know when I enjoy beer most? When I'm eating smoked food. That's it.
Okay.
Even then, I'd still
Really?
rather have some like honey JD.
Ice cold beer pulled straight out of the river. Beautiful on a hot sunny day, sitting on the beach. Nothing. That doesn't do it for you at all.
Mm-mm. I've had some blueberry
Oh, and a
shandies.
cold Canadian right out of the river
No,
as you're floating there.
first of all, I've never really done the whole tubing thing. Like as a Minnesotan alone, I'm
Oh.
ashamed to admit.
Oh.
Well, like hold
yeah.
your horses. From 1 to 20, impoverished, working my way out of. Never really. And like my 18 to 20s, I was working really hard as a person, so I didn't have much of a social life. The social life I did have revolved at stopping at people's places to provide them with a particular form of remedy.
Substance.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
then leaving as soon as I could socially squeeze it in, because everybody always wants you to hang out, but you don't want to. It's the great dilemma. Anyhow, so I never did any of that like tubing stuff, and then like after my 20s, MS ridden, just fucking steep slope down. So I'd say before we got to 30s, I was no longer someone I'd be like, yeah, you know what feels safe? Climbing in a river on a tube with a right and just hoping that we land at the right spot. Like that's not going to help.
That's too bad. It really is too bad. We actually built with the Coquitlam River. We built all the way because it splits two cities.
Mm-hmm.
There's Coquitlam and Port Coquitlam, and the Coquitlam River is what splits it. We started a water slide, like a funnel, a natural funnel thing at the beginning of summer. And we did make this nice washed up so it was deeper all the way down on the right side of the river. So we could get in on the north side, like up close to the waterfall. And we could float all the way across town.
So
and we could cross town faster than a person could drive across town, and we just float down and then get out and hang out at the river, and eventually we'd walk back across town and home.
Carrying a tube, yeah, that's the shitty part of the deal.
Well, no, you don't have to have a tube. Floating devices that you can undo.
Yeah, it's still either way,
like a lounging thing.
The
Either
point
way,
is,
it was a
the point is,
load of fun.
The point is, like I said, like if I'm drinking, I'm doing it with the purpose of having a good buzz or getting fucked up. And in both of those cases, I'm like, we will accomplish this goal far more effectively, far faster with a couple of shots or a nice mixed beverage. Like that's my biggest. Here's my biggest problem. I love drinking like Long Island iced teas for the longest time.
Oh, I love a Long Island
right?
iced tea.
And that's what I would go out and order constantly. And I had this like I had this bullshit trick I tried with like people all the time, and just you get them to amp it up, whatever. Either way, you're drinking a stiff drink, you're having a good time. You drink one, maybe two of those, and that's your evening. Like as opposed to like I had 7 beers. Like yeah, great, cool. You also had 5 trips to the bathroom like a fucking woman because you're peeing like crazy because you're drinking fucking beer.
I don't know. I like really like beer. Also, I found because I do like to do things in excess when others, like I've got a more of an addicted personality than other people would, and I always found that it was safer for me to drink beer because then I knew how many drinks I had. It's really easy to lose track of how many shots you've had, and it's really easy to do that fast. I'm also always thirsty, so my mixed drink goes down like nobody's business. So whereas a beer is just,
Wild Savage saying, Johnny, you missed out on a lot of customers. Tubers enjoy being mellow. Yeah, but I bet you 9 times out of 10 those tubers got their mellow fuel from me if they did before they went tubing. Right? Like I imagine, no offense, I imagine by the time you're tubing, you got it rolled into J's. And you got like a Ziploc bag of J's. And you're like, I just pull out a J, I light it, and hey, we're tubing and we're chilling, man. Like that's cool. King Kong Dong saying beer is good for you. How about honey? How about mead? Does mead? You know what? I'll substitute. I don't want
there are
beer.
Health benefits.
You know what? I don't want beer. I just want sake. Can I have shitloads of sake in the house? That's all. Isn't love
that
sake.
like hard alcohol? I've never had it. Is it not like hard alcohol?
It's plum wine. It's delicious. Don't ask any questions.
It's not. Is that rice wine? Is it the
or
same
rice
thing?
wine? I think. Yeah.
Is that
Japanese
it's the same
sake?
thing?
I think it's. I thought it was plums.
I've
but-
never had sake at all, so
not
I don't
plum.
know. But
No,
I
it might be right
thought it was more of a hard liquor. And yes, Wild, I'm thirsty. I'm always thirsty. Not in that way though. And I'm literally thirsty. So yeah.
Yeah, it's brewed from fermented
Right.
rice, water, yeast, and koji mold, often called rice wine. I was wrong, not plums, rice wine.
Okay.
But more similar. It's more similar to beer in its brewing process. Varies widely in flavor, from light and fruity. That's why I was thinking plums, to rich and full-bodied. So now I got to figure out what kind Ipman sells. because that's the kind I want. And it can be served chilled at room temperature or warm, depending on the style. Key factors influencing its taste include the rice's polishing ratio and water quality, with premium varieties like Dijingo being highly polished and delicate flavors. Styles like Norgi are cloudy and sweet. All right. What kind of alcohol is sake? Is sake good for GERD? I didn't know you'd
What is GERD?
lower amounts of types of acid in sake. All right. I guess something where you react to the sake. Japanese sake. How much alcohol is it?
Oh no. Brett Macart. Over in
What?
Rumble, he's saying, my friends lost a mason jar kayaking in Joliet, Illinois. It had a phone, weed, and a jewel. It turned up 3 months later in Texas. That's awesome. That's
Was
super
the weed
cool.
and the jewel still there or just the phone? Oh, and it's it varies,
Hi,
but alcohol by volume of 15 to 17%, making it slightly stronger than most
Stronger
table
than
wines,
beer.
but far less potent than actual like spirits. So
Yeah.
I was right. This is more like wine. So
Yeah.
like you can have your Grolsch and Grolsch. It even
Grolsch.
sounds Grolsch.
One of
Anyways,
the oldest beers made ever.
great. So it's a dirty old beer. I'll take my fucking.
Phenomenal.
I'll take
it
my
tastes
rice
like you're
wine.
drinking liquid pot. It's awesome.
Oh,
It's got this really nice,
again,
bright,
like
fresh, crisp.
I'm weird as a pothead, I guess. I don't think pot smells or tastes good. I just associate it with the effect. So I have a positive, like, I smell a buzz, but I'm not like, no. If I had no weed benefit to it, I'd be like, oh, that stinks. Like here's where I don't like the smell of it. If I leave a room where I've where it's been smoked and I enter and it still smells that way, I don't like this. That's why I like clean up. Like it's not even for like other people that'll be down here. No, it's for me because I don't like the smell of it. I don't like the smell of it. I don't like the taste of it. I like the buzz that comes with it. Like that's kind of thing. Like, and that's where it is with alcohol. I like the Jameson and all that. I love the taste. I love the flavor. I don't get the sweet
Yes.
taste that a lot of people tell me they get with Jameson. Because like when I do Jameson and ginger, they're like, what? It's not sweet enough for you? And I'm like, I get like a sharp bitterness in there. I don't ever get sweet. I don't mind the Jameson. I
I've
love
had
the flavor.
Jameson.
But Jameson and ginger is a goddamn delicious beverage and a great way to cut the alcoholic content of the Jameson if you want to have a few and not be completely fucked up the whole night. Like, there
Fair
you go.
enough. Fair enough.
Learned that one when I started doing stand-up comedy. You gotta find lower alcohol content drinks when you start doing stand-up comedy because a lot of open mics happen in bars and stuff. You start buying yourself a
Yes.
drink here or there, and when everyone's like, dude, you just keep getting fucked up every time you come out. Like, is everything okay? And it's like, I know you got this, that, and the other. And that's when you're like, wow, I have to keep refuting that I have
didn't.
a problem. And I have to be like, no, I don't
Yeah.
drink like this at home or whatever. I don't know where you. I don't like, and again, all those exact same people would go out and they'd have like 3-4 beers. And it's like, right. Whereas I had my 2 drinks, but I have the drinking problem. Like, no. You just pick something that takes you
I don't
way
think
more.
anyone's have
You guys are just picking one that takes you way more to get even close to where I am, and you're jealous. But the problem is, we all know what I'm doing. It's not like you can't take this path too. I'm not shutting the door behind me. If anything, I'm passing out in it so it can't close. It's like an elevator, just ding and ding and ding and.
You can come on in anytime. Oh goodness. No, I found for my own sake, I'm better off when I'm drinking beers because I can keep track of how much I've had. Like I have a visual reference of how much I've had.
AP saying
Whereas-
mead is made from honey, so the sugar content can be a bit much. Yeah, but I like mead more than beer. I guess I've enjoyed mead more. I've also had mead warm and it tastes amazing. Sake is better warmed. I don't know that the one I had was kind of sweet. I don't know that it would necessarily be better warmed. Here's what I'm saying though. I don't give a shit. Like I could just drink it all day long. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is I can drink that. I have like a cast iron Japanese tea set, And like I'm telling you, if I have a ready supply of sake, I'm just gonna have one of those cups over. And I'm just gonna fill that little cup and I'll just be like, yeah, what's up? Da-ba-da. Yeah, like 2-3 good sips and that cup's empty. Like, time to refill my cup. And then what happens is we get to the end of the bottle, and that's when Digger gets to watch Johnny sitting and going, and the airplane is coming to the airport. or if it's fire season, I'll be like, Houston, we have a problem. There's a fire in Canada. We got to put it out. She's a burning. Drop the payload. And then just, hey all, happy 420, just popping in for my first real work day in almost 2. Well, good luck, Fiery. I hope it goes
good luck
great.
To you.
Have THC for me. We can do that. I can't do that with this thing, but I'll
In fact, I will do a proper dab because I haven't done that yet, and I hurt like a bitch. Silly me! I went and helped people move all sorts of stuff and strap things down, and it was loads of fun. But then I came home and I should have recovered, but I chose instead to drink Friday night and then Saturday night. And so Sunday was the first, sober, where my body was able to go, oh yeah, by the way, you really mistreated us and we hate you. So I am still recovering. My feet still, it hurts to put pressure on them. It hurts to
Yeah, because I was going to say, I'm remiss. I completely launched the show without remembering. Oh, yeah, because you got back on Friday, so we got to return to our usual levels of communication. Well, yeah, late Friday. I had to wait up for you. But anyhow, we got back to our levels of communication, over the weekend, so it kind of normalized for me. And I forgot, oh, yeah, for the audience, they've been a missing you. As you may or may not have seen in the chat. So yeah, and then you mentioned you're going to be doing your show tonight where people get to play Guess What, where people, particularly Brian, get to play Guess What This Is. Please tell me a wall phone is somewhere in there with like the radial dial.
I think I forgot to take a picture of that one.
After watching Pretty Lethal, I loved that.
That was an awesome movie.
That was an awesome movie.
But yeah, it takes forever to do this.
Takes forever to. This is completely impractical, and it's like, yeah, well, back in the day, you weren't making a whole lot of phone calls. Yeah. So that was a great movie. The whole experience behind that movie that we had was phenomenal. I keep a breathalyzer for me and my friends just to stay safe. Don't need any trouble with the law. That's a fair idea. I love walking back into the room to smell the smoke. My OCD autistic ass will literally walk in and out 10 times right before I toke up before going out. Oh, right after I toke up before going out.
Nice.
I missed Johnny twice last week. Well, we took 2 days off.
Aw.
Well, you knew about that. You knew about the 2 days off thing. I had Wednesday off, like by design because of the time frame. And then, like I told them,
and Thursday didn't work.
The appointment Wednesday had a follow-up appointment on Thursday, and then I had my MRIs, which took a lot of time, which you were explaining. You didn't understand my disgust for the MRI machine.
Yeah, you dislike MRIs so much. And I'm like, dude, I've had so many MRIs. You lay down, they fill you full of the burny, juicy stuff, which is, I think, kind of cool. I always like it when they do that.
That part's not the problem.
And then you go into the tube and they take their pictures and then you come out and you're done.
No. Again, like
I don't
that's halfway through.
You explained it.
That's the weird part for me is like they put the stuff in you. I'm like, yeah, that's after they do the first half of tests.
Yeah, see, and I don't.
And then, so like you explain, I'm getting pissed now because now I'm like, well, you get to skip half the tests. You mean they don't scan, contrast, scan again?
No, because it can tell that. I don't know. I don't know why. I'm going to start throwing out reasons. I have no idea why they don't do it before and after. But no, I just get in there. They give me the contract. Oh, shit, that one. I heard that one too, but that was good.
Someone's a dick. Active dye tests fucking suck.
I enjoy the burny feeling when they put the contrast dye in. It's neat feeling. It's all weird and or warm and tingly. It's interesting. I like it. But like I said, they do that. They put me in, they scan me in, they pull me back out again. It's really not a big deal. I have never heard of someone spending as much time in an MRI machine in one session as you told me that you do on the regular. And now I understand why you dislike them. I get it. If you're stuck in a tube for like hours and hours on end. Well, not hours and hours, but yeah, I'm just a quick in out, and it's very pleasant. It's a very pleasant experience.
At least that's what all the Yelp reviews have been saying about you.
But
I don't know if I like my lady referred to that way. Yeah, no, it like I said, for me, it's a far more involved process.
Yeah. Yeah, not for me.
Little jealous.
Super quick and easy.
Little jealous that you get to go in and out.
Now
so
I understand. I thought you were being kind of a bit of a whiny bitch about it, honestly. But now I understand.
Then we learned. Oh yeah, that's right. Then we learned last week. We learned Wolverine got put into an MRI machine. I, like many people, had just assumed that wasn't an MRI machine, but like it's literal. Documented like fact of like stating the scene, like, and then she puts him into an MRI machine, which the problem with that is that wouldn't his metal skeleton should kind of heat up, and the magnet should affect
well, he heals himself though, right? So I guess it's just like a
but there should be like he should be flying around like crazy in there. At the very least, he should feel it tugging on him. Like he just, when you see him sit there, it just dung, 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 and he's just laying there. Plus, this is another thing I'm pissed off at. Yeah, it's a fucking, oh, Johnny, it's a movie. Right, but like that MRI machine is way too spacious, and he's not restrained by anything. Like, I mean anything. Like in any other MRI machine, it's weird. The MRI tables have a literal human shape on them. And like your body isn't super duper indented for you to sink into, but the cushion your head rests on, and then there's a lock, like a cage lock thing, so you can't even twist your head at all. So like him just being laying on a table. What? You don't get that?
No.
They don't have you set your. They don't put
a pillow that kind of holds me still. There's no cage.
No.
There's no belt. There's no.
Oh, dude, do you get the fucking bottom rung treatment? What the fuck are they doing to you people? I mean, like, no. When you go to the MRI machine, first thing they do.
I don't need to be seat belted in.
Right,
I don't need my head to be screwed down.
Cool, that's great. But I'm saying when I go to the MRI machine, first thing they do is like they ask me if I want earplugs, or at least I hope they do, because usually I do want earplugs. Then they give me these stupid fake headphones that have a giant clear tube coming from them that are literally the equivalent to a fucking can on a string. It's just horrible audio quality. They slap those on you, and those are meant to fit in the thing. Those slide into the headrest, and you slide straight down. Now your head's down. Then they bring the top of the cage over, and they line it up with your face, and then they plunk, and they plug that in. Now you've got like this grate over your face, and then they're like, all right, cool. Then they put pillow things under your arms, and then they wheel you in the tube, and you just can't move.
None of that. Sorry.
And that's nothing compared to...
I mean, they've got pillows that kind of cushion to keep the head still, but there's no face mask. There's no... It does benefit, but it sounds terrifying.
It takes 45 minutes to get brain images, another 45 for contrast. Add an hour if you're doing brain and spinal cord in the same session, right?
Wow. Get a heart MRI, 4 hours stuck in one damn position, being baked like a potato. Wow. Yeah, no. I've never gone through any of that.
Either your government doesn't care about you, or your condition just isn't as serious in terms of the MRI needs.
Maybe.
But hopefully the latter. But either way, yeah, I am a jelly making motherfucker right now. This is not okay with me. Like, God damn it. I thought we bonded over our mutual understanding of the overall torture that is the medical system attempting.
That's what
next thing you're gonna tell me.
I didn't realize.
next thing you're going to tell me is that at no point in your medical history to deal with your condition did they shove needles into you and pump huge amounts of electricity into your body. So you're saying that never happened?
Not huge amounts. No. I've had light electroshock therapy. And
like, what was the electroshock therapy for? That's great. Mute your mic when we ask the question. That's the thrilling way to do. Guys, apparently she was a mime. As you can see, the electric shock therapy did not take because she does revert to mime ways. Yeah, like we're having a back and forth. This is the perfect time to be like, you know what I should do? Mute my mic and cough up a lung. Like that's. I mean, I know
I'm
it's
sorry.
When
it has to happen, it has to happen. It's not like I chose. I'm gonna wait until I'm in the middle of answering.
Did you take a hoot or something? Like what's going on?
Yes, I did.
Like
I literally just finished.
Just now. Well, yeah, but I mean, like as we're talking. All right then.
Yep.
I've been on the phone with some tech support lady the last 15 minutes. Oh, that sounds like a problem. Do you know about the test in Japan where they use blue dye to prove? No, I don't, and that has zero to do with what we're talking about. I don't. What the? Okay. Anyways, Wolverinium is not magnetic. Gosh, says Breck McCart. Well, then that doesn't fit the story because Magneto is able to lift Wolverine up and hold him like a puppet and say, that remarkable metal doesn't encompass your entire body, does it? And he just flings him like a freaking, like literally whoop, flings him, whoop, flings him. They use him as a distractionary technique at one point where he jumps up and tries to get Magneto at the end of the movie. And he has iron in his blood, but that's still not... Everybody has iron in their blood. Magneto doesn't pick the rest of them up like it's freaking Tuesday afternoon. The only other guy that he beat the crap out of with iron in his blood was the lady that or the guy that got roofied by Mystique. They got a whole he got a whole cheek full of liquid metal. That's the one where he's a guard and Mystique is in one of her rare scenes as Rebecca Romaine. And she, she roofies them. She brings them 2 beers or brings them both a beer, either way. But when she brings it, you can see from the under angle that the upshot of the beer glass shows you the 2 pebbles just dissolving. And so he drinks them both. And in a O2 Perfect movie-esque way, he doesn't get roofied and pass out until he magically drinks the now soggy pills. And they're sliding in there. She's like, bottoms up. And he's like, yup. And then he drinks it. And then once he swallows it, and he passes out. That it doesn't kick in that fast.
It doesn't it doesn't actually work like that.
He'd have to drink those and it be a while, and then he's affected.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, this is how they get me. They start a fucking stupid rabbit hole about nerd shit. And then it's 4 hours later, and I haven't talked about a goddamn thing.
Right?
whereas you and I do that about anything when we're together, and we just laugh our asses off. So,
yes, we do.
If I learned one thing, it's this weekend. It's that holy crap, we can laugh at the stupidest shit for the longest amounts of time. She's crazy. Alan also says, Johnny, it's a movie. Right? It's a movie.
Oh my goodness.
I just want them to be true to the source material. King Kong Dong says you're welcome. Well, okay, thanks. I don't know if it was you specifically. I can't imagine who it is to thank specifically. But that's why I like explaining for me, the Deadpool Wolverine movie. Some people will be like, I don't get it. And I'm like, did you get the credit scene? And they're like, what? Like the song at the Another Turning Point, the Green Day song, the whole thing. Did you get that? And like, no, I don't. It's like, yeah, that's why you won't understand the movie. I feel like a part of the Wolverine, like the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, like a serious part of enjoying and understanding that movie is understanding all of the stuff in the X-Men Fox Marvel universe, that this is like we're drawing a flat out close to all of this stuff and we're doing something new. And with Marvel in general, that's been a thing for a while, but it's like now we're flat out closing these off. And they've had so many great homages to it. Anyways, you have more iron in your spinal fluid than blood. Nothing like the feeling of your back being torn apart. Yeah, there's a whole lot of There's a whole lot of questions. Like then technically, like your brain works on electric signals, which can be influenced by. You know what? No. You know what I know? I can't figure this shit out, and it doesn't make sense half the time if you do. Anyways, point is, I like Deadpool because he was a potty-mouthed asshole who's like, I'm not a hero. I'm just not a bad guy. I just think like bad guys suck, but I'll do bad guy shit to get rid of bad guys. I don't give a fuck. Or as accurately worded in the most recent movie, I know how to fuck people up for money, but I don't know how to save a world. You do. Anyways. So I'm streaking, says Dear Butch. It's not something I recommend. All right, so we're completely off tilt, and I have a page on my I now have a page on my Google browser that says Saki. You know what? Next time I decide to get some booze for me, and I don't know when that'll be. I have no idea, but 3 days from now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna have to see what the local sake variety is. I might try getting me some sake. Delicious stuff. Anyways,
I know I haven't tried sake.
Well, we'll remedy that. They're having some fun conversations over there in the Rumble. I'm not going to read most of it specifically because it's just back and forth. That doesn't need to be in the show. Anyways, they're talking to each other. I'm not here to read conversations. We have a couple of videos and other things to grab right off the hop. You sent me this. You sent
Sorry,
me that
Wild.
one?
I nearly missed it. But Wild said Johnny was more crabby than normal without you. We tried to make allowances for him.
Was I? I'm
well,
sorry.
thank you for being patient with him.
I don't think I was crabby. I was annoyed with other stuff. Sorry. Sorry. Like I didn't know about that. Now I've got questions. I got so many questions. Oh. This is just the page to all of them. Well, we were going to talk about it and do it.
Yeah.
I think we can do, what is it? This one? New 4K. This is the IGN one. Yeah, we'll do this. So yeah, we've got that all lined up.
Nice.
We've got a bunch of different things planned for the first hour. So we might as well get into some of them eventually because, we do have to do a show at some point. We have to try and make some money over the course of the next couple days. It'd be great to bank out that Friday so we can
You should pollute your chat with the links.
Oh, that's
so that
right.
People are able to do such things.
Right?
Yes.
Because they can't do it without it being linked and pinned in the chat. I mean,
right.
What are you expecting of them there? All right. Happy. No. King Kong Dong. No, that's
not. Wild's got a bird update, an eagle update.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and read it while I link these?
Peggy and Scooter are growing. They're getting their gray fluff, and they're eating like crazy.
We did a little bit of
Peggy and Scooter. I love that.
We did a little bit of a check-in on them, I think, on Friday to make up for not having
okay.
an animal video. But
right.
The checkup we did on them on Friday, I saw it, and by the time we got to it, the mama bird had come all the way back around. But mama bird jumped off the nest and flew for a bit just to stretch her wings, and then just did like a quick circle and came right back. And so she came right back pretty quick, but for a little bit, it's just the two baby birds just laying there in the nest, looking like fucking roadkill because I guess mom had been sitting on them. So I think they might have even been asleep, but they're just laid out. And then she gets back, and one of them kind of starts sitting up, and that was like the end of it. But yeah, we did a little bit of that. Oh. We did a little bit of that. Can't do it every day.
Right now, I can see one of them. Mom's sitting there. I'm guessing the other one's underneath or beside it and hidden by mom. But the ones there, especially long neck. This guy, or girl, I don't know. Neck seems a little longer. Oh, yeah, they're super cute. Yeah. Oh, all right. They're freaking adorable. I gotta switch off of this.
Yeah.
Or I'll get stuck.
We've got like a thing.
Well, are you done? Are you done with the
What with preloading the show? Yeah. And posting links. Yeah, I got all that done.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I dropped and pinned all of them.
Lovely. And yes, they are gray, fluffy, and so cute. So very, very cute. I'm not looking at them anymore, though. I
Right.
promise. I'm looking at us again. This
Peggy and Scooter is
not on the
just
side. Peggy and Scooter is awesome.
simple things.
What do we have? Jizz and Sammy?
Well,
last
Jizz
year?
and Sammy were the last
Yeah.
ones. Yeah, but the ones last year weren't supposed to be also homages to you and me. Like that's the other part that like Wild
Well, no.
Saffron suggested Peggy and Scooter as homages to you and me. You're Peggy and I'm Scooter.
Yeah. Oh, no, I understand. I think it's funny.
Here we go again. Anyways,
Jizz and
so yeah,
Sammy, Peggy, and Scooter. I like it.
so we're going for another 2.5 hours. The Venmo, PayPal, Streamlabs, those are all up in the chats now.
Please and thank you.
Those are pinned. Yes, please and thank you if you can donate. We're very, very appreciative. We keep our goals pretty tight to the line on what we need to keep this boat afloat, so to speak. But we'll see how that goes. And we're on to Friday right now, so we just got to keep it. As long as we're staying a couple days ahead, I'm a happy camper. Like, you know what I mean? Like, then I don't got to worry about it. We just do a thing. All right, so
Just do your thing. Okay.
I'm gonna cover this story right now, but I'm just gonna say, literally, knowing this makes me feel weird because I feel like I should have known this before, just because like I feel like as a society we should know that. I feel like just cultural awareness would mean that the cause has some sort of like gaining ground affecting us, and we're being aware. The fact that like I didn't even know there is one, but like April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. So it's like not knowing that I feel like is a failure.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's a failure of society. Like we should all know this is the month that we pay particular awareness to this, and maybe start calling out some guys at the bar that act a little sketchy. We know who you are. But yeah,
What about the people who have a birthday in April? That kind of sucks.
I will admit that is a bad deal. That is a raw deal.
Yeah.
But if we're gonna do it anyway, like this story is saying, like literally they just start about it. They just say April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month.
Okay.
Now I'm very curious about this because they're saying an online rape academy. So like there was a place where you can get like I have a bachelorette in roofing bitches.
Well,
Like
obviously they're not
like-
giving out
like
degrees.
why doesn't the FBI go? No, but just hear me out. Why isn't the FBI at that graduation ceremony every year? Just like, and they get their diploma. It's like, and then at the end of their walk with their diploma, as opposed to like throwing up their hat or getting a picture with mom with the diploma, we just have people with cuffs and off to jail. I feel like if you've attended or graduated, especially if you valedictorian a graduation from a class of the online rape academy, you need to be arrested. Like that's.
Yeah,
I was just a teacher's aide.
I'm pretty sure first thing they're all virtual classes, so no one's actually.
So these people.
going. To
Oh,
a
great!
physical
These people
location.
are virtually learning to virtually rape
Yes.
people.
Well, yeah, we're hoping.
Well, you know what? They can
They're
virtually. They can have all the virtual training they want, but they're going to real jail. How does that sound?
Yes, that would be lovely. Yes.
Dear Lord.
It's crazy. The numbers.
All right,
just
well,
for,
the numbers are the numbers. Let's unmute
the
this and
numbers
hear what.
are the numbers, and the numbers is scary.
Through Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and tragically, there have been several.
Holy shit! I
headlines in
forgot. It
just
took
the
me
last
off of here
few
to do the
days
camera
that
of
really
the.
remind us, all of us, of how prevalent
birds.
this issue is, particularly when it comes to violence against women. Tonight, we're going to talk about several news stories over the last 7 days that might be really hard to hear, including a U.S. congressman's alleged sexual assaults of multiple women, a renewed discussion over.
Yeah, Bill.
Nope. Bill's fine.
Oh.
Bill's fine. Didn't you see him? He spoke
Yeah,
in Congress.
he just about unloaded into his pants at the sight of victims, which again, not congratulations. We have our nomination for perviest moment ever seen in a judicial hearing in front of Congress. Great.
Yes.
consent,
Yes.
a former lieutenant governor taking the lives of his wife and his own, and a bombshell investigation by
Leave the two
CNN
kids behind.
exposing a worldwide ring of men who systemically target and abuse their own wives.
Where-
And that investigation
this
is
is
the
all
main reason we're
gross.
talking about all of this tonight.
All right, this is a freaking 9-minute article. Where's the part about the Digital Academy?
I don't know.
I don't know that I want to watch this for 9 minutes.
It would be, I don't know.
I didn't
Where
check
are
the
we?
link.
There we
I
are.
trusted that you sent me a link to a news story, and I assumed it was the news story that was in the headline.
it's talking about a
Right,
bunch
but
of news
it's talking about
stories.
like he said, like we have like 7 news stories, and they're a
sure.
bit hard to hear or go through. And this is wrapped up in them, and I don't want to go through all the other ones. Is what I'm saying.
hang on, I'm okay. Hang on here.
Because this is just, no offense, this is a whole lot of we don't need to do that news. We wanted to talk about the one, you said the numbers were crazy. Like, okay, let's talk about that. We made our fun little jokes about the graduation of the online rape academy and how you
Right.
should be summarily arrested after graduating. But I don't.
Well, and like I said, it was a virtual thing.
Right, but that doesn't matter for the sake of the bit. But anyways, my point is, if it's not, I'm not going to sift through 9.5 minutes to. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. See, I went back. I did it the right way. I went back and looked for the source, but it's not in here. It was in the written.
You talk to Digger the way Toe talks to you? No, that's not true at all. I never talked to Aaron about news stories I gave him because I don't give Aaron news stories. He doesn't.
Okay, hold on.
Take them
Hold
from
on.
me.
Here we go. Found it. It was way at the beginning.
Rexstar, man, this man compiled all these horrible news, horrific tales. I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying I don't want to. We have a tendency to sit on a bit for a little bit. Like, I don't want to do that for 7 or 8 of the most awesome stories I
Okay,
could
so,
imagine.
Yeah. It's the very first thing that they talk about.
Okay.
My executive producer, Dylan Dahlberg, and I spoke about this at length. And even though this is
Sorry,
going to be
I was looking
extremely
for it much
disturbing and
later.
hard to talk about, tough for a lot of people to hear, it's an important story that really needs to be talked about. Millions of men from all over the world collaborating on ways to drug and abuse the people they swore vows to love and protect, and teaching each other how to do it. The fallout from this investigation.
Let me guess. One of those. Hey, actually, I was right on the bill, but it wasn't Clinton. It was Gates.
Spreading like wildfire on social media. So here to unpack some of this for us is Dr. Tracy Stolberg, a marriage and family therapist who has a lot of experience dealing with tragedies just like the ones we're talking about tonight. Before we get into it, though, we thought it might be a little bit helpful to take this by the numbers and break down the hard truth behind the topic. Take a look at this. First,
I would love it if is it Sisson, whatever, the CNN guy. Love it if he busted in the minute of the do this by them. Hey, the numbers are my bit.
My line, bitch.
My line is the numbers.
You get your own line, Fox.
just this last month, there were 82 million visits to that online Rape Academy website. So hard to
See, they put it in quotations. What was it actually called? It couldn't have been called Online Rape Academy.
Oh, I have.
We
no
had
idea.
like, please tell me that somebody that would have flagged somebody at some point.
Yeah, you would like to.
One would hope. One would hope it couldn't be. Even if it was called the ORA, I could be like, all right, well, that could be anything. That could get through a lot of.
It could stand for a lot of stuff. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know that I was told. Maybe they didn't name the thing on purpose because I don't think they mentioned the name, the website.
Some of this is getting scary. I don't like some of the facts I'm reading here.
I know. That's why I wanted to talk about it.
And that's fine. That's why I wanted you to have your moment to talk about. But like I said,
Yes.
I was not going to sift through 6 other stories to get to it.
No,
That's
no,
all.
I know.
Right.
Totally
Like I just want to be clear about that. I was not going to sift because those all sound like, dude, we're trying to be lighthearted today. What the fuck?
even say those words, which we're going to talk about in just a second here. Meantime, across the U.S., between 10 to 14% of married women are raped by their
Do
partners.
I have the Trump Rogan psychedelic stuff lined up? I didn't see anything about it, so I'm going to say no.
No,
I don't have any Rogan lined up for today.
I saw something about Joe Rogan and Trump, but I didn't.
Are a bunch of clips about? Did Joe Rogan have Trump on recently, and a bunch of clips are coming out?
I don't know. I just saw a headline, so I don't know.
Yeah, I stopped watching Joe Rogan regularly, so now I hear about.
I only
clips.
ever watch his clips.
In the day, like back in the days, it was fun because like it was like watching a pothead have like funny conversations with his friends.
Moment.
And they talk about like fun and interesting stuff. The thing that made it great isn't a thing anymore, and now he's big because he's big. Like some people I watch Joe Rogan because everybody watches Joe Rogan. No, not everybody. People who have their own opinions choose not to watch Joe Rogan. Some of them choose to. But again, not everybody. But yeah, like he's big now because he became a name, but the stuff that really got him there, he doesn't do anymore. Now he gets like Peter Thiel and Elon Musk, and he still brings in like Tim Dillon and funny comedian people every once in a while to do stuff. Yeah, but I don't know. It's just not the same anymore.
It's not the same. Well, because they're not really buddies either. You know, it's not the same as just hanging out with his buddies, having fun.
Anyway,
Trump agreed to psychedelic research for PTSD. Okay. Well, aren't we kind of doing that already? Anyway.
I don't know about legally. There's pushes in a lot of places, including I think like Minnesota has a law or a bill to start allowing like psychedelics for medicinal reasons. And I don't know, man. I guess it depends on the amounts. I've certainly done my fair share of like microdosing stuff. I won't name names at the moment.
I've never microdosed anything in my life.
It's fun. It's like, well, here, let's just say I've microdosed something that you've enjoyed thoroughly, but whereas for you the world was altered, for me it was just my mood.
Okay.
Because again, I didn't get quite as deep into the pool as you did.
Right. We've legalized magic mushrooms. Well, yes, everything, but no, magic mushrooms are treated much the same as pot is treated in Canada. So like when I order my my pot online, I can order magic mushrooms from the same source.
Okay, for completely unrelated note, I'm moving to Canada. I'll see you next week.
Well, you do that, we can actually go and pick them ourselves, right? Like
you're gonna drag my crippled ass through the forest?
Well, I guess I wouldn't be dragging you. But
so let me guess. The way that would have to work is I would drive into the woods and you would hop out of the car and I'd just wait.
Yeah, you just hang out and wait.
I'm gonna go shrooming, Johnny. She's leaning out the side of the car like a golden retriever. Just, put over, I smell shrooms. Like she got arrested. I went to the police officers and I said, "Where's my truffle pig?"
Oh goodness. Anyways, so yeah, opening research for psychedelics. I honest to God, I thought that was the thing that we were already doing. Maybe it is the thing we were doing that you guys weren't doing. But yeah, I've never been offered LSD as treatment for anything.
I like the qualifier there because
I
nice.
take it for sure. I totally take it. Yeah, microdosing psilocybin is basically what they say antidepressants are supposed to do. But it does it without a lot of other.
And it also it wears out of your system a lot faster and easier than most of those antidepressants. So yeah, that's just all right. Let's quit stepping on this dude reading the facts and
in 17 states, a spouse cannot be convicted of raping a partner who is unconscious, drugged, or otherwise incapacitated.
Again, no, I have I call it weird. I have kind of like a full like a spouse can be convicted of R-wording. Like the fact that 17 states a spouse can't be convicted of R-wording. What do you mean? But did he R-word or not? Or she, but let's be honest. So I just I'm sorry. No, I feel like if a spouse forcibly, took advantage of you or in any way pressured you to that point where you felt if you didn't do this, something bad was going to happen. And I don't mean you kept moaning and complaining and being a bitch. Yeah, no. But I mean, you felt there was going to be harm or repercussions of personal harm that you were all right, I got to give in. If it's well, if I didn't give him what he wanted, he would go out and cheat on me. Yeah, he's a piece of shit. So are you. You can't call that it again. But if you feel oh, if I didn't do this, he was going to take stuff from me, break stuff of mine, hurt me, my cat, whatever. All right, yeah, that's pressuring you. That's our wording. I feel like those 17 states probably wouldn't convict that. I have a problem with that. It kind of ends on the, did you R word though? Then you could be convicted of R wording in my book. That's.
It's because of marriage. Because you're married. It's just assumed that it is always consensual.
No. Again, and that's where
it was in the old days in the legal.
Right, but it sounds like the way they're reporting this that it's not so in the old days. If 50% of male college students believe you can't do, no, you are completely capable of that if you push them into it. Yeah, again,
can you take me off so that they can see the?
Well, I'm.
Actually, you know what? Take me off, please, and I'll get a coffee at the same time.
All right. Well, there we go. Yeah.
There we go. Yes.
It's still it's messed up. All right.
All because of outdated laws still in the books. In the meantime, according to a survey conducted by the National Resource Center on Domestic Violence, 50% of male college students believe it is impossible for a man to rape his wife, and 34% said they would rape someone if they knew they could get away with it.
All right. Okay. So that 34%, that last 34%,
those
can we just lock them up right now?
Yeah. Can we round those guys up right now and just done with that?
I'm sorry. This is once again where the reality of the world I live in versus the delusion of the world I thought I lived in. I thought we were all on the same page where, no, that's kind of messed up and wrong. I'm not really for anyone being an unwilling partner in that activity. And I can't imagine the kind of person who is, but either way, jail time, right? We all kind of agreed, that motherfucker needs to be, again, so those 34%, somebody needs to be watching those fucks.
The problem with that is that we have brought in a huge amount of people from a specifically diametrically opposed.
Balls Deep has a very accurate point. And I hate the way this sounds, but what's the percentage of married Muslims? Yeah, so this domestic abuse and all that other survey that they had in the male college students, how many of them are Muslim males? Because then that group of people could be affecting the overall numbers. And I'm sorry, but they come from a culture where they believe a man is incapable of R-wording his wife. They think a man's allowed to beat his wife.
Right.
Which is again that's
the point.
One of the upsides, sometimes pluses come with minuses. But anyways, yeah.
That's the point I was going to make is that suddenly the main populace is no longer Christian based with Christian ideals and basic Christian morals. Now we've got people who worship and think in a completely different way, and it's changing how our countries look. It's changing.
But no offense, I don't think we have enough to put that 50 up and say if that group is out, that 50 is down. I'm saying that group might sway, maybe say 15 to 20%, and maybe you say they make up the 34 who said they would if they could get away with it. But even then,
but that sentiment is being brought about into the general populace as well, not just
yeah, but I'm just saying, just because somebody I know espouses those kinds of beliefs wouldn't mean I would get them. You know what I mean? So I don't see how college students are like just because they're there. It's not like it's spreading. It's like, oh well, it's because this group is being included now as a culture. I'm like, no, for me in this particular realm, you don't get the whole like, no, but I saw those dudes and they were cool with it. Like, yeah, but this comes down to like the child things. Like, yeah, but that's not like I didn't need a rule book to tell me that was wrong. I just immediately went, no, I'd hate it if I was in that. Like, empathy as a person should have you being like, no, I wouldn't want to do that to somebody because I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me. And that's immediately where you should.
Christian.
No, that's no
belief system.
Maybe
that's a moral.
Maybe Christians use that moral belief system. For me, it's simply going, no. It's and again, maybe it's. I don't view it as exclusively Christian.
It's just Western value, then. Let's put it that way.
I've always used it as a natural. Like, again, I think that should be a functional part of every person, a level of empathy, the ability to empathize. And I get how you're saying.
But
I get how you're saying it's a Christian value. It's a Christian whatever. Like, again, like that might be in your values as a Christian. But I don't think, I'm not speaking from like the standpoint of like, oh, it shouldn't have to be taught. It shouldn't be a thing.
It shouldn't have to be taught, but you got to remember grew up in a Western society.
Right. But I'm just saying there's nothing in, like, again, and this is the other thing for me, like, I grew up in a Western society. My parents were, particularly my mom growing up, were staunchly anti-religious. Like, don't listen to the church. Don't listen to whatever.
No, I know. I not
right.
that you have to be part of the organized religion.
But my point is, ever since I was a kid, I've been a pussy, always kind of like fucking feeling bad for the animals and shit. Like it's been a thing. It's been hardwired into me since I was young to feel like a level of empathy for things like insects, creatures. Like when people are like, oh my God, kill it with fire. And it's like, why? I wouldn't want somebody. Like, I feel bad when people hurt daddy long legs because it's like, yeah, there's a spider in your house, but that thing isn't going to hurt you. Like, throw it outside if it really bothers you. But Jesus Christ, like, come on. Oh, excuse me, I shouldn't say that. Because
well, my point is that the rest of the world doesn't necessarily live to those same moral standards. Human life is not precious everywhere in the world as it is in a Western society. And Western society is being changed.
I don't know. I guess it weirds me out. I just feel like, yeah,
I really don't think if you talk to someone who was born and raised in Africa,
right, but I'm just saying, I'm saying the study we have with the 50% of college students that they scan, like, I don't know the sample size. I don't know, because again, that's a big percentage.
I don't either. Yeah, but I don't know what the sample size was, but it's becoming more, because we've become so multicultural. It's becoming more. The lines are being muddied. I don't know. Maybe we see it in Canada more than you guys. Maybe. I don't know, but it's definitely polluting. Canadian culture has definitely been polluted and really almost disappeared.
Abel Graham, clean your chillum, Johnny. I'll sell you a gallon of methylated spirits to clean that shit. I haven't cleaned it for a while because I never use it. I never really use it, and when I do use it, I forget to clean it. But yeah, no, I don't know. It looks weird. If I had cleaned it, it would be weird because then it'd be all see-through-y, and then it would be trippy on here. Happy 420, says MN Vikings.
Hello, how you doing, Minnesota Vikings? How you doing? Happy 420.
Balls deep. Sample size is 4 to 7 inches uncut. That's a 3-inch swing. Do you have, like, no offense, like big or small, you should have kind of like you usually toe this line kind of sample, like, size. But Steel Toe Air is saying, yeah, bingo, like, even though you don't live in a Christian nation, you benefit, or even though you're not a Christian, you benefit from Christian values and things like that. Like, I'm not saying I didn't, but I'm just saying. I guess the point that I'm trying to make, I'm not disagreeing with you on that point, and that's very accurate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying the point I'm trying to make is, like, that's not a taught part of me, or like I didn't need to be taught empathy.
Right.
Like,
right.
It was just a part of who I was, and as a result of being in that Christian society with those Christian values. I just assumed
had
it
the
was a part
luxury
of
of-
everyone else as well.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you have the luxury of just assuming that this is how the world works. And it's unfortunately in a large part of the world, it really doesn't. I kind of assumed that, we'd all come along together and I wasn't until the last 10 years, I guess, I've really, really noticed the difference and the influx of people who are coming in here are coming from a country or countries, I should say, coming from countries where human life just has no value whatsoever.
Oh, wait, hold on. Breaking news.
Uh-oh.
The satirical news site The Onion says it has bought the conspiracy theorist outlet InfoWars, run by Alex Jones. This is not a joke, we assure you. A bankruptcy judge forced Jones to sell InfoWars this year.
Yeah, but that got thrown out. And I'm going to double check this just to be sure. This is from a year ago. Okay, the video's from a year ago. Let's go back. Yeah, but no, this is 2 hours ago. The Onion says it has again struck a deal to take over InfoWars. I was hoping we had a video on it, but unfortunately the videos are a year old. Apparently InfoWars could finally have a new owner. Global Tehedron, the Chicago-based company that owns the satirical news outlet The Onion. The news was first reported by a journalist and podcaster, Pablo Torre, and also announced by Onion CEO Ben Collins, who wrote on Blue Sky, with the help of the Sandy Hook families, The Onion has reached a long-awaited deal to take over InfoWars. Collins also said on Blue Sky that InfoWars' new creative director will be comedian Tim Heidecker, and I don't care who that is.
I have no idea.
I'm still not going to watch it or pay attention to it. I don't really watch InfoWars, but okay. Collins also posted a link to the statement purportedly to put out by Global Tetrahedron's fake owner, Bryce P. Tetraheder. All right. Today I can finally say the English. I can finally say the sweetest 9 words in the English language has completed its plan to control InfoWars. With this new InfoWars, we will democratize psychological torture, welcoming brutal and sadistic ideas from everyone, even the very stupidest among us. It will be like the Manhattan Project, but instead of a bomb, we will be building a website. Okay. None of this is funny, so the way to convince me that The Onion is not going to be funny with that too. Okay. According to the New York Times, The Onion has reached the deal with the bankruptcy receiver overseeing InfoWars, Gregory S. Milligan, to license the website from Milligan. Despite The Onion's description of the deal, its bid must still be approved by Judge Maya Gura Gamble in a Texas district court. This is The Onion's second attempt to acquire InfoWars. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm not finding it in a lot of other sites. Onion announces it now owns InfoWars. Yeah, so Newsweek an hour ago.
Good to see you, Luke.
The CBC.
Those federales, I'm with you. Really.
What?
I'm with you. Oh, I'm responding.
Did I hear this correctly? The Onion is buying InfoWars? Again, they're claiming they're buying it again. This is the fun part where I'm like, I'm taking it with a grain of salt because last time you guys were supposedly buying it with the help of the Sandy Hook people, but then everybody was going to get up and support InfoWars so that they wouldn't get sold to you guys. And the judge said you had to like take the highest bid. You couldn't take the lowest bid and fuck over Alex. Which is the stupidest part of the whole thing. So we're gonna make you sell the company, but you don't get to control the sale. We're gonna make you auction it off, but you have no say in the auction. You don't get any of the proceeds from the auction, and because of the bankruptcy and all the other stuff that you have going on, you don't get to count any of this towards paying that. It's weird. It's weird. Yeah. Luke Duke, I love the new co-host. She has a pleasant smile, says Luke Duke. Yeah, Luke Duke really enjoys your pearly whites.
Aw, thank you.
It's 420 days.
Abel Graham. Those hoity-toities made me paint a damn potato for Easter. A true Irishman would never.
But Father, why don't you come into the celebration? Because they're making me paint a potato. Be caught dead in the rain before I paint a potato and pretend it's an. It's a shame to the Lord, and you should all be ashamed. Shame. I'll get me shillelagh, and I'll shame y'all. Yeah, I don't know. So, I mean, I guess they're saying they're saying the word on the grapevine is the Onion has bought it, but we'll see if it goes through. InfoWars has saved my local bodies of water from the frogs, says Luke Duke. I don't,
There you go.
I don't think he saved anybody from the frogs. If he was saving anything, it was from the frogs from being turned gay. But,
yeah. Well, and if those ingredients in the water were turning the frogs gay, they were turning
the frickin' frogs gay.
It was, yeah, but they're turning the frickin' people
turning
gay
the frickin' frogs gay.
I love the dance, the like super dance-tronic. Oh, it was what they did with him. Turn the frickin' frogs gay. Frogs gay. Turn the frickin' frogs gay. Oh, yeah. It's
Okay.
Yeah. It's one of those tunes that's just
got catchy. Yeah, because I heard the one that I've listened that isn't the same tune. Turning the frickin' frogs gay. Like, so, I don't know, whatever. Maybe we're thinking of the same thing, but we're both reciting it differently. If I've learned anything over the weekend, it's that my voice doesn't come out quite like I thought it did. Like, even though I hear it when I speak, I just, nope. Hey there, Balls. My God. Yeah, good to see you. Was it a potato brand potato? I don't think it was a potato brand potato. I think they went generic and just fucking old russets or whatever. But that's, again, that's the stupidest part. Like, we're going to paint a potato. Okay, so what happens to all those eggs? Do they get to grow up and be chicks? No. They either get served up as food or... Oh, they can't be chicks, by the way. We've already removed them. Nobody ever... Again, like, these eggs are already going to the supermarket. How is it more wasteful to use it in an Easter tradition than it is to say, oh, I don't know, eat the damn thing? What's the difference between hard-boiling an egg and just hating it, and then hard-boiling them and painting the shit out of them? And then eating them?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, as someone who's eaten them, the only difference I've noticed is that the egg you pull out of the shell, like, sometimes the dye can seep through. And
dye can seep through.
So you get some fucky-looking eggs that you're going to eat. But all right, you know what this becomes? An acid trip.
Good.
The shell forms an acid trip on the way through. And now it's like, I wonder what blue tastes like. Let's find out. Dabba dee dabba die. Oh. I don't know why, but we've been talking about this story with the fucking potatoes and the eggs for Easter for a while. And I've had this itch now since then to hard boil some eggs. Just like, you know what I should do? I should just buy like a fucking half dozen of eggs. Just get a pot of water going, hard boil them sons of bitches, and then just put them in the fridge and just fucking every once in a while just grab a little one of my smaller ramekins, just grab an egg and a spoon, and just ding 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 ding, and then just peel and eat. You ever done that? You ever just peeled and eaten hard boiled eggs? I love it.
I don't really do it a whole lot anymore, but yeah, I've done that in the past.
Actual steel toe wear, again, this is something that, like, this is one of those things where my parents raised us on a farm, like, repeatedly. So I grew up, like, doing farm shit as a kid. And I agree, like, if you've done that stuff, like, there are two things I think you should do. Like if you have to run, if you're going to run for public office, you need to serve in the military. So just one goes with the other to me. Just because you don't have to do, like, a full contract or whatever, but you have to have, like say 4 years of service in the military. You can be the National Guard. It doesn't have to be some unit that's going to deploy all the time, but you need to be in the military to understand what you're doing when you send troops over. I feel like it's too easy for assholes like assholes that never served just go, yeah, we're going to go to a war with this country or that country because we want to. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, no, I don't think so. We're not. And it's like, it's a lot easier to get.
You want the kings to go out to the front lines to battle.
Well, now we don't, not even the front lines. Like, the difference is back then the kings had to witness the battles. They had to go with the armies. They weren't fighting. They were sitting 8 miles back watching from a safe distance, but they still had to go. They had to see it. Nowadays, it's like, no, I support doing this. Yes. It's like, because I think we should bomb everybody we can, but they don't pay attention to what happens. They don't watch the fights. We can't. It's not, war isn't waged the same way anymore. And I'm saying you need to be involved in part of it. Plus, there's a vast difference between this, like, oh, this bloodline and this person shall inherit, and these, like, well, this asshole wants to become a senator. It's like, well, before you do that. There are people who become U.S. citizens by serving in the military. Like, they serve in the military to become a U.S. citizen. And it's like, we can ask that of somebody who just wants to live here, but we can't ask that of, say, the people that want to be in charge.
Okay, I see.
If service were leadership, I'd agree, says Balls Deep. Accountability is the biggest key. Yes, military service should be mandatory. I feel like if you're one of the people responsible for sending them out, you should be involved. But it doesn't necessarily guarantee that there'll be any better people. But then the other part...
no, it does give the military much better control over the government. It's like Canadian government saying you cannot be in the federal government unless you are totally bilingual, which means most folks from about 2/3 of the country are legally not allowed to run to be in our House of Commons, be in the Parliament, because we don't speak French fluently.
Just buy the whole dozen. You can do egg noodles and other stuff. I have some egg noodles. I got to figure out what I'm doing with them. Like, if I buy the whole dozen, I worry about them going bad. You're not getting the joke, brand. No, I know. You meant potato brand potatoes, coffee brand coffee. I got the joke. I apologize. Unless it wasn't a coffee brand coffee.
We've got no-name brand products. We've got a brand whose brand name is No Name Brand. And all of their packaging is bright yellow.
You guys used to sell steaks?
No Name Brand is written in black lettering.
But
it's actually a really good brand.
Yeah, but now we've gone on so long, I don't remember what the initial thing I was talking about with the two things. Oh yeah, the farm thing. The other thing with the farm thing. Anybody who's raised chickens, like this is the other way. Anybody who's raised chickens, those motherfuckers lay eggs like crazy. They are just crapping out eggs. Like if a chicken gets knocked up by a rooster, it has to happen before the eggs are laid. Spoiler alert. They still keep quapping out eggs. Like, they don't stop quapping out eggs because they got two to sit on. Like, they keep quapping out eggs. Work is seriously interfering with my game overtime. I'm sorry, Lexi. Actual steel to wear. Yep, you're right, Johnny. So it's just the whole Easter egg thing is completely pointless. You're saving nothing. But again, my military service thing, I agree that you're right. It would give like the military technically more sway. I'm not saying you have to be in the military when you're in the government. I'm saying you have to have served for a certain amount of time. Right. Plenty of people that are in the government now use the fact that they were in the military as a reason to vote for them. And by the way, personally as me, sitting as a complete civilian citizen, I don't see what the difference is at this rate. They get an unlimited budget. It always goes up. They never are held accountable. They get to spend money like it just fucking exists out of nowhere. They get to continually just whatever. The military-industrial complex gets to have no-bid contracts, all that shit. So I don't see how the military would have more control than it already does, because I can't imagine the military having more control. It seems like their control is pretty much unilateral.
Tinfoil hat, that's the deep state, Johnny. The military took over the United States back in Obama's day.
Right.
They made him surrender, and everyone's been a puppet president ever since. And the military owns you guys and runs you guys.
Oh, it's happened way before Obama, dude. Trevor Moore pointed out Bell Helicopter, and that's back when we were still, like, I'm thinking like John F. Kennedy tried to steer us away from this ship, and he paid for it. But anyways, yes. At any rate, so yeah, I think it goes back way before Obama. But either way, my point is, when you were saying military service being a requirement would give the government and the military, like the military would have too much control in the government. And I'm like, tell me how they don't have too much already, and how would this be any more than what they already have? Like, we've never, like, unilaterally, we've never gone, like, let's vote. We've never decreased the military budget, the military spending. We've never had anyone who wants to.
Yeah, but maybe if
we've never even made them pass an audit
service. If you had,
but we haven't even made them pass
military service, that would be a different thing. Then maybe you could base it on that. But
King Kong Dong, CIA took over the military after World War I and took out General Patton in a car accident. Right, like I'm saying, the military-industrial complex has been a beast growing out of a tumor or festering in the military and taking over the country more. But it started way, way long ago.
It's the deep state. It wasn't strictly the military. And again, that's why I want to do this, because deep state is this ginormous umbrella term for, things, some of which are true and some of which are really not true. But so I need to do that people understand.
I don't deep state or not, I don't care. My point is, again, back to the eggs. Like,
well, no, but it's not just the military.
This is the stupidest argument to have over the fact that the whole egg thing is fucking preposterous. At least we can agree on that. The whole egg thing is preposterous. But yeah, so apparently the Onion is buying out Alex Jones again. We'll see if that comes to fruition or gets blocked again. Oh, wait, yeah.
We'll see.
You
that's
told
the
me
more
about
fun.
this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That was a more fun one.
if this was a rip and read or a actual video.
Yeah. No, there's no video. I wish there was
I
video.
don't know if we did this this morning. I couldn't remember. I'm feeling like it, but maybe it's just because you were telling me about it. So the government has to be in charge of the military. That's why we aren't speaking German or have red and purple money. I mean, but the government's not in charge of the military. Like, when has the government ever told the military no? Can you remember a time? I can't. I hoped we had a president that was finally going to be like, no new wars, no new deployments, we're done fixing everybody else's, we're done breaking, buying, and fixing everyone else's country. We're going to make sure the roads are paved in ours first. And I'm behind that message. And guess what? That didn't happen. And Kamala Harris wouldn't have been a better choice for that. Obama and the person he ran against, neither one of them said no to the military or to the government. They extended the military's powers and the government's powers within the military. In both Obama's case, Bush's case, Clinton's, Trump's, they're all doing it. Just nobody's going against it. King Kong Dong, I think I prefer speaking German. Japan, northeast coast. What? Breaking 7.
Oh yeah, there was
7.5 magnitude earthquake in Japan.
Yeah.
Off the northeast coast. Tsunami warning, says Wild Saffron. Crazy.
It's actually relatively common. It happens every spring, apparently.
What, the spring?
I've got friends who live out there.
The spring 7.5 on the Richter scale?
Well, no, earthquakes and tsunamis.
Oh.
Are fairly regular springtime thing. 7.5 magnitude is, yes, it's a big one, but it is a regular thing for spring for them.
The last time I saw a tsunami, it was a bunch of lawyers going after a very, very fat conglomerate. Get it, a tsunami.
Yes.
Oh, well. Anyways, I remember when we couldn't bait the enemy, that came down from the Pentagon. I don't know specifically what you mean there. If the military was in control of Vietnam, would be a smoldering pit along with Korea, Iran, and Iraq. Okay. St. Aaron saying, oh, they did Patton in. He was a brilliant strategist. He foreseen things happening before they actually did. He wanted to go in and fight Russia right after we took out Germany. He said if we didn't, we would be at odds with them 40 years later. The 1980s Cold War era, Deep State saw him as a threat. The truck hitting his vehicle was a farce. He was taken out. Okay. If we chose the Axis in World War II, I think he means not one, or World War I, we wouldn't have World War II Israel or conflict in the Middle East. Instead, we sided with the remnants of the British Empire. Yeah, I agree. If we sided with the other side, we probably wouldn't have that country, but I don't know if I want to necessarily side with that guy either. Again, I'm on the let's just stay the fuck out of it fucking pose. But
we definitely fought the wrong enemy in both those wars.
I don't know, man.
I agree with Bolstein. Well, no, I don't think we should have been aiming it at either of the people that were, or sides that were being aimed at. I think there was someone else pulling all the strings.
Yeah, but you're saying people like a secret world order pulling the strings in the background is what you're saying, right? And we should have aimed at them. That we should have gone
Yeah.
after those, right? But
Well, not
that'll never
necessarily
happen.
secret. They're not necessarily a secret world order.
But right, my point is the armies are never going to up and go, well, you know what? These guys are assholes. Let's stop all of them. Like it. Anyways,
They could have.
the government stopped Patton. If it didn't, Russia wouldn't exist. Dude, not dude. I don't know what dude means. The NWO is real, bro. I'm dud, not dude.
Yeah, dud. We used to leave dud artillery rounds out on the streets waiting for someone to come pick them up, make IEDs out of them.
Okay.
And then I assume, grab them.
That is a weird thing to do. Japan attacked Pearl Harbor. Damn them. Hit Germany.
Right?
Now, like, this is one of the things I always find out the conspiracy theories when I'm doing this show, and I always find out how they're way deeper than I realize. I was always under the impression that the Pearl Harbor attack was supposed to be a surprise attack in the sense that they declare war on us and the attack immediately followed. Like, we didn't have time to prepare our defenses. But now people are like, no, our most important and our best ships left for the day, and we just left the harbor there open. It's almost like we lined it up with just enough. And then, so like we knew the attack was incoming. We just let it happen to get us in the war.
Yep.
And you're telling me...
I don't need to put on my tinfoil hat for that.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, and you're telling me that government and that setup, you're telling me that government and that setup that can do that and let an attack happen almost like, say, the same way 9/11 happened, and then use it to get us into a war, to transfer wealth from the vast populace to a select group of people, as well as control nation, city-states, and all that fun stuff. You're telling me that group can't have too much control in the government, so we shouldn't have mandatory service? Like, again, like the way you're pitching it to me, that group already has this weird kind of overarching unilateral control that I feel like it doesn't matter if you're... I feel like that group has a control over you whether or not you are someone who served in the military.
Well, yes.
I don't know.
Yes, you're right. You're right. The powers, it's a way bigger thing than you or I. So I guess, but like I said, if you make it mandatory military service, then it wouldn't bother me as much. You would have it.
Anyways, and in one, Britain set up the ship of Versailles to get sunk with Americans on it and get us into one. Okay.
Yeah. The wars of our memory have been bankers' wars.
Right,
Well,
but
Steve,
nobody...
and that's what fears me, or makes what fears me. What scares me most about the guy who's in control of my country right now. He's making all sorts of deals with people we shouldn't be making deals with, in my opinion. And he's setting us up to fail. We will be full on socialist country. We will be sold out.
But like I said, it sounds like the way you were explaining it sounds like some of the people want that, apparently. Like, I'm not saying good or bad, but some of the people.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, like, that's the other thing. Like, you guys, you guys don't have control of your government. Like, the more I find out about it, the more I'm like, but you don't get to vote for people.
Why do you think the provinces are trying to find their own independence? So they've got a little bit of say in the matter, that we don't have to just roll over and do whatever the federal government decides to do.
Right, but like I said, I feel like in this day and age, in the world we live in today, the modern world, to do that, you're going to have to find, like, not for lack of a better analogy, you're going to have to find a new pimp. Like, you like, look, I get you. Your daddy's wrong and he's beating you, but you're going to have to find a new pimp.
Right. And that's kind of the problem at the end of the day. We're so far down.
You're so far down the rabbit hole. I'm pretty sure your old pimp
find a better pimp.
Your old pimp, your old pimp is slow selling you to a new pimp named China. And the only new pimp looking your way is America with the current Trump administration. Good luck see what that happens. Right. I have no idea. Because honestly, I can't tell you which way Donald Trump's going to go on that. I completely give up predicting that.
It's not a Trump thing, I don't think. I don't think it's a Trump thing. I think it's an American thing.
Right, but I
no matter
think-
who is the president, if we become too much more buddy with and entwined with China, I think you guys are going to have to take it seriously and do something about it for your own national safety, because our border is so porous. There's no way to block it off. It's just impossible. So yeah. And Pierre is sold out. He just sold out. He works for the UN, and that there, in my opinion, there are many different facets that all work together in the globalist thing. Hey, Riding Dirty Llama, good to see you.
I don't know,
minute.
man. Like, I feel bad just because every time we talk about it, like you were talking about the new lady that switched aisles, like that's another thing I have a problem with. Like that happens here to a smaller extent. Like it's a big deal when it happens, but that's something I'm against. Where it's like, no, I'm part of this. Just up and switching to the opposition party. Like, no, that's not what the people.
Because her constituency was given a bunch of money by the Liberal Party, but the people of her constituency didn't elect her to be a liberal. They elected her because she was conservative,
And
for better or worse.
My question is,
And
are her
now-
actual opinions going to change, or is she still going to be a conservative?
Oh no, they'll totally change, because the Conservative Party of Canada and the Liberal Party of Canada are so different on so many different subjects. They are at odds. So yeah, it's
Like geography. Like neither one of them can name.
they don't
where in the
agree
world
on
is-
anything.
where in
Not
the world
on
is
anything.
Carmen Sandiego.
It's yeah, she's going to change. She's going to start voting in a completely different manner. And whether the people who live there want her to or not, she brought money into the constituency, most of which is going to flow into her pockets, I'm sure. But now she's on and it's not just her. They've done this with quite a few people. And that's how they ended up getting the majority government, which means that now he's got full control of our country until at least 2029. That's the earliest we can force. We can.
Again,
he
this
needs
is
to call. That's the soonest he needs to call for an election.
yeah,
But
but
he can
again,
do a lot of damage.
again,
in
like
that
this is
time.
the weird thing
He's
where
already doing it.
like in our country, it's the Electoral College that picks the president, but it kind of goes the way of the popular vote. And more people now want it to be the popular vote. I don't know if I like that or not, because people like me don't get informed enough about these elections. Shouldn't get to vote necessarily unless we've done our homework. And when people like me choose not to vote for those reasons or any other, we get shamed by others. Like, well, you got to vote. And it's like, right, but what if I don't know who I'm picking? I should just go down like, no, you should pick the right people. It's like, but that depends on your opinion. And if I
Yeah,
didn't,
exactly.
again, like I feel like we should have. I feel like two things should be: one, voting day should be a national holiday, so people don't have an excuse if I don't have the time to look into the candidates and go vote. It's like, oh, fuck that noise running. You can pre-prep your list and write it down. You can do your research. You can do your homework, and you can bring the fucking Cliff Notes with you in case you forget when you go to the booth later the day and you do it. Like, just make it a whole thing.
Australia
Bang, bang,
does
boom,
that.
done.
It's a mandatory for you to vote in elections in Australia, but it's also a day off. It's like a national holiday so that everyone
Right.
can.
So you don't have an
Yeah.
excuse for why you didn't get it done. But
Right.
I also don't.
Have
I
a
also.
great day, Luke Duke.
I also feel like you have to
You
prove
will.
you know about these people on the ballot before we let you vote. Like, it's a weird thing.
Yeah, well, that would be nice. but-
Or as Matthew Q says it rather short, no to popular vote. Too many stupid people. Who's booting? Who's heading off?
Luke over on.
Oh, Luke?
Not
We've got to do
Discord.
something. We've got to do some toppling to do. You know, guys and gals.
Peopling.
America. Well, all right. I didn't say Luke said it.
America, fuck
When
yeah.
did Luke say he
You
was
guys
in-
are still the best off. You guys are in the best position. In all of Western society, you guys are the ones who've got a chance who have still got a chance to overthrow the New World Order, but I don't think you're going to do it.
Popular vote, a candidate doesn't need to visit every state. That's right. They just have to visit the highly populated areas. So yeah, that's the other reason that the Electoral College matters, is because it makes the candidate have to like appeal to a broader swath of people. But An intelligence test is probably the best way to determine whether you should vote or not. Again, it's not about intelligence. It's about whether or not you know these people, their candidates, their stance, their beliefs on stuff. Like, just because you're smart and you have intelligence doesn't mean you know who any of these people are or what any of their beliefs or viewpoints are, thusly justifying you for voting for them. Officer Krupke says today might be the day.
Oh, it might be. Probably not, though.
Why not?
I'll be over here smoking my doobies. Knock on the door. Actually, ring the doorbell because I don't hear the knocking with the headset on.
She says that, and then she's going to get a doorbell ring. She's going to shit her pants.
Oh, no, it's fine because I'm lucky. The door is downstairs, but I've got a Juliet balcony, so I can peek out here and talk to whoever's at my door without having to actually go and put myself in there.
Do you have to randomly go out on your Juliet balcony and scream, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo?
I don't have to.
Have you ever said to somebody from your Juliet balcony, I bite my thumb at thee?
Not that specifically, no, but I have quoted. I have quoted when COVID first hit. I had to come back from the coast.
So you popped out with a skull. I got you. Yeah, you came out with the skull. And you went, alas, poor Mercutio.
Off my food for me.
I knew him well. Digger, America won't overthrow because our homeless are fat. As long as people are fed, we're too timid to overthrow. Yeah, I don't know that we're gonna property ownership and paying taxes as well as serving in the military. Who should get to vote? I agree with that, but then I still get to vote because I pay taxes. Do you have to pay taxes or just file? Because a lot of people file. I actually pay taxes. Like you can receive like disability and file taxes, but you'd never pay if all you have is the disability income. Like you'd never pay taxes on that. So
no, I get $75 back each year.
Right, but like I actually have to file and pay. Like I'm paying.
And that's again, it's weird for me. It's all in one. It comes from the province because I'm on the provincial disability. So it's one check. It's government check. So it really doesn't. I don't need to do my taxes quarterly because they know what's coming in because they are the ones that's giving it to me. It doesn't. Well, I don't understand why you need to go quarterly.
Also, just to keep up with this, that's Hamlet, says Mr. Cute. Right, but when I did the 2 Romeo and Juliet quotes, not only did she not call me out for how remarkably gay it was that I came up with those so quickly, but like I immediately, and this also, again, not helping the gayness, I immediately pivoted over to Hamlet when she's like, no, not those quotes specifically. And then I'm like, oh, so then you popped out with the skull, like throw it misdirect, like Juliet balcony, but we're doing a different Shakespeare. We're throwing Hamlet at you. No. Okay.
I acknowledge that you were talking.
Right. But like I said, a little worried that you didn't find that a little too theater kiddie to call out.
I was a theater kid, my dear.
Shit. Then you should have known. You should have been like, that feels.
I was the flute player in band. I went to band camp. I was a total drama geek. I took drama classes I didn't need to take just because it were fun. My grade 12 year, I loaded up on all sorts of like film and TV and script writing and high school. That came later. Joke. Yeah, knowing Shakespeare doesn't make you gay. It's just how you say it.
I don't know about all businesses while it's happening. I have to file mine because of issues with my disability and benefits. So now we do taxes every quarter. Just keeps everything in check.
And I ran a business for years. I ran my own business, and I did not. I had the same thing yearly. It's just that it was February instead of April.
Yeah, mine's more just
running my
because
own company. I didn't have to do it quarterly.
Mine's more just because I get benefits, and so I have to file it to keep it square. Yeah. Like IRS be on my ass because they're like, "Hey, so you're getting your disability benefits and you're making all this money. So what's up?"
all this money.
But since I don't have like an actual job where I can be like, I work here, I can't go through the usual channels. So this is how we've worked it out. We keep the system up to par. We make sure that everything's met so that there's no surprises when we file at the end of the year. That's all it is. Somebody hold Digger's beer. Uh-oh. Romeo and Juliet Lewis is MSO. Alas, poor Yorick. Oh, it was Yorick, not Mercutio. Mercutio is in whatever. Fuck me. I fucking know.
I'm so bad with names. Mercutio is Romeo and Juliet.
I loved
Romeo's buddy, right?
I really loved Much Ado About Nothing, where they had all the fucking super famous people like Keanu Reeves and Denzel Washington, and it was just completely mismatched and it made no sense. And I'm like, this is hilarious.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen it.
Oh, really? It's a fun time.
Yeah. My
That
favorite
one-
Shakespeare is Tammy the Shrew.
That one's great because they get Michael Keaton in Much Ado About Nothing. They get him to be the sheriff or whatever.
Okay.
So when someone's yelling at Michael Keaton like, "You sir are an ass," and then later when he's talking to the prince, he's like, "And I'd like it to be known in the dates and places where such names and things are recorded that this man did call me ass." And that's it. It's just, and I just loved Keaton's delivery of that line.
Oh goodness.
16K. What do you do or have that you have to pay? Who's paying 15 or 16K? Oh, Mr. Q paid over 15K in taxes last year. Thanks, government. Yeah, that's
you're
a lot.
farmers though.
I
They're
don't-
really mean with you guys.
I don't mean to brag, but my butt puckered at triple digits, but like that's it. Like we haven't gotten into like over that. I'm fine. It's great. It's fine. Anyways, so we've been meaning to get to this for a minute and I haven't gotten to it. 2 people are facing charges after a suspect's mid-drive seat swap in a motorhome that tried and failed to outrun
This is in my
officers in Abbotsford, BC. Police officers say that the Street Order Response Team, or SORT. Why not? Call them SORT. Police say the officers with SORT attempted to stop the RV with a what?
I said it's not funny, sort.
No, I don't know. I because my eyebrows shot up when I did this. Police officers with SORT, and I noticed that I went SORT, and my eyes went up, and I was just like, that made me laugh thinking about it. Anyways, they attempted to stop the RV on Watcombe Road in April 14th, noticing the license plates didn't match the vehicle. Instead of pulling over, the driver continued on and lightly rear-ended another vehicle while attempting to flee.
Lightly rear end. We've got different levels of rear ending apparently. And if it's just a light rear ending, maybe you have to pay less.
He heavily
for repairs.
rear-ended somebody. It just means he just plowed into him.
Yeah, but no,
Rear-ended.
this was just a light rear ending.
A light rear-ending. So what was your Yelp review of the date? Well, it was okay, but it ended with a light rear-ending, and I'm not down for that. Digger came to Awesome Max and eat ostrich. She's all out of ostrich.
Awesome mess.
All right. It looks like a giant strawberry Twix bar today. Oh, you're a strawberry Twix bar.
Okay. Yay.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, I don't know how to take it, but I'll take it as a nice thing. I actually came across a bunch of my slogan tees.
Nice. I'm happy.
What about
Holy crap, we only have an hour and a half left in the show.
Holy shit. All right,
got-
while you read that, I'm gonna top up my coffee.
Okay.
BRB.
Okay. You're just going to screen your thing or whatever? Yeah, that works.
I'm just gonna screen my thing. Yeah.
Instead of pulling over, driver continue on, lightly rear-ending. The getaway was short-lived, with officers stopping the motorhome moments later and arresting the 51-year-old woman who they found behind the wheel. But police quickly realized they had a more complicated puzzle on their hands. The woman had a valid driver's license and had no obvious reason to run. They took a closer look at the passenger, a 60-year-old man who police say was sitting awkwardly facing the driver's seat, was not wearing a seatbelt. Well, one, you'd already pulled the vehicle over and you'd taken her out to arrest her. How long was he sitting there? The seat swivels. This is the problem I have with him getting caught. The seat swivels. So it's the same thing. Like, They discovered he was a prohibited driver, and officers deduced the pair performed a risky mid-drive switch, with the man allegedly jumping out of the driver's seat while the RV was still moving and the woman sliding in to take over. Police obtained a video footage. Why can't I have that video footage? That they say confirmed the man had been driving shortly before the stop. Both individuals now face recommended charges of flight from police, obstruction. The man is also facing a charge of prohibited driving. The motorhome has been seized. Yeah, but are either of them facing charges for light rear-ending?
No, I guess that's the thing. It was a light rear ending, so no one's really overly worried about that one. I guess,
Okay.
because they're
All
not
right.
getting charged for it.
All right. Again, the motorhome with the seat there, this motorhome with a seat, that swivels. So, like, unless you immediately found him, the seatbelt off with him facing the driver's seat, you guys took his lady. He's probably like, what do I do? But he has less reason for the seat needing to swivel because, like, you have a door right there. Whereas most of the time with the motorhomes, like the bigger ones, there's no door there. The swivel's also how you get in and out. So why would you swivel the seat?
I've never seen a swivel on the seat, but then I've never.
Dude, the captain's chairs of motorhomes? How many motorhomes have you been in?
A few, but they were newer. They were not this era.
Like, I've been in the big ones and the tiny ones. Prove that he was a prohibited driver. Well, he's not allowed to have a license. Matt Mega Farmer. What? Matt Mega Farmer Construction. I can see some. I don't understand.
Wow. AP, after refund, I paid $17,800 in taxes. What the fuck? Dude.
Need a dog to give my SWWS number to.
I don't know what the SWWS number is.
I'm guessing something to do with his business. I don't know. I don't have to deal with those as much. I have a lady.
Oh,
handle
yeah,
that
it's
stuff.
because of the weapon. Sorry. Yeah. My bad. I was thinking the car with Ford, and I'm like, that.
Yeah, no, I
I
don't.
forgot about your. Yeah.
Guess what? I have zero.
Never
of.
mind. Sorry.
Mine are all fake. Anyways, and mine also don't shoot. Anyways.
Oh, a light, gentle rear ending. Yeah.
A light,
kinky,
gentle.
right? It's not.
Again, it's the gentle rear ending. It's the fact
Yeah.
that we give him a gentle rear ending. Like, what if the rear ending isn't
Yeah.
gentle? All right, so that's that. We're done with that. I feel like the guy should get the gentle rear ending. Lady wasn't driving.
Yeah.
That's an
Lady
awful
wasn't
lot
driving.
if
It
you're
was
just a
good.
local backyard farmer of your family. Ryder, I'm sorry, Johnny.
Yeah.
What were we
No.
saying?
He works on a large working farm, ranching farm, but they also grow agriculture. So yeah.
If the rear ending
ending is-
isn't gentle, then you bleed. Oh.
AP doesn't have write-off. Okay.
All
Still
right.
seems really high.
So since you were saying
That's
that you're
awful.
gonna be dealing with China owning your country soon, I thought you might like to know this. Just kind of a thing in China. In China, you can walk around with a 12-inch metal chopstick stuck in your throat, and then finally get it removed years later.
What? Years later?
Years later. Look, we'll give you the context and then go to the image. So he was too afraid to undergo surgery to remove the chopstick, so he lived with it for 8 years. Wang,
How did it get in there in the first place?
46, didn't want doctors to cut his throat or his neck open at the time, so he lived with the oddity and discomfort for years, but the increasing pain made it harder to swallow several weeks ago, and he asked doctors in the hospital to take a look. They performed a minimal invasive operation to remove the obstructive object via Wang's mouth instead of slicing open his neck, according to the hospital's report.
Yeah.
They just
That's
pulled
good.
it out.
Well, now they've got the camera. They can
He
see
hadn't
what
done
they're
any
doing.
permanent damage, so he can go back to living a normal life. Oh, that's right. I opened.
That's
this.
awesome. It's
Let's-
wild, but awesome. How did that happen? Did they say?
I don't know.
Whoa, that's almost like that. It's almost like he snorted it, like because that's way up in the.
All right.
sinus,
So
that's not just
as to
down
how
there.
it happened, my opinion: someone was eating with chopsticks, right? Really good. They're just scarfing it down. Have you ever used chopsticks?
Yes.
I'm guessing this
I see
guy
what you're
had like a
saying.
load in and was like, oh, and then it slipped.
Yeah, you would have to,
The 8
and then it
years is the
slowly
part.
over time it's moved its way up into his sinuses.
the,
Maybe
the 8 years is the part where I'm like, how?
8 years is long, but he was very smart to do it. He put up with it for 8 years, which was long enough for medical science to get to the point where they no longer had to chop his throat. They just had to go in with a camera so they could see what they're doing and dislodge it easily.
Well, they just had him
So
tip
if
his
you-
head.
Well, no, but if he had done that 8 years ago, they may not have been able to do it. This is, yeah. Yeah. This is
Wild
tough.
saffron.
Yeah.
I should have used a spork.
Yes.
Oh man. How did it not get infected and you die? I'm guessing the infection was happening when he was having trouble swallowing. I'm guessing it was starting to cause an infection.
Yeah.
I have.
I mean,
bigger
as long
questions.
as it's lodged there, it doesn't
did you-
necessarily
how
have
did
to
you
cause an
eat-
infection.
How'd you eat with that there? And how did it stay there after you eat? Like, I have so many questions.
Yeah.
Most
I'm
importantly,
surprised it didn't.
I don't know.
just- why?
I'm like a pregnant mother at the end of her 3rd trimester. I'm just screaming, "Get it out of me!"
It's just, and that's why I'm thinking it almost looks like if you tilted his head back, he snorted it instead, because it's way up in the
But
sinus.
you can see it in the
'Cause he's
picture.
he's
There's a part of it that is so not snortable at the back end of that I'm just like, ugh.
which is how it stopped, or why it stopped.
Why is the bottom half of it like super black now? Like I don't. Or is that the handle and it's backwards and then that's like a flat tip? That'd be a weird flat tipped chopsticks where they pinch, maybe for grabbing tiny
The black
things.
thing behind you, is that what?
Would that be the
is that
handle
actual-
then? I don't know, because either way, here, let's just move me, right? We can do that. We can just move me. Like, all right, yeah, no, don't worry. I'm right above you. Anyhow, so I'm looking down on you, Digger. So yeah, dude, like, why is this end all dark and black and gross looking, and this one's polished and clean? I have too many questions about this.
Maybe it's just the light reflection. I think it's dark all the way through.
I assumed that this end in the image up here was square, like square shaped.
Yes. That's
And
what
I
would
look at this
assume.
and it's pinched, it's crimped. So I don't know what the
Right,
deal
yeah.
is there. And that's now I don't know which end is which on the sticks. Ouch, please, says Mr. Q. It's very. That one's a bite of, oh my god, I can't believe that happened.
How do you go through 8 years with it and no problems? You know?
I still love Wild Saffron's line. Should have used a spork. That's the best one. We got like another what I'd
Wow.
say hour 20. We got like an hour and 20 minutes left in the show. We are flying through today. Our show is brought to you by you guys and you amazing fans helping support us through things like the Go F Me shows, the next one on the May 8th, and our studio sponsor, King Kong Dong's Ping Pong Paddles. When you need an elegant twist to your game, nothing steps it up like the increase in difficulty of wielding an advanced ping ponger's paddle, like King Kong Dong's paddle. It's huge, and you'll feel the power in your hand. But accurate shots are what you'll land when you use King Kong dongs, ping pong paddles. So that's our studio sponsor for the month. Yeah, and we're $35 for April 24th, which is this Friday. So if you want to throw in, cool.
Okay.
There's the Venmo, Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, all those. Okay, so I did all my house cleaning stuff. Housekeeping. How's your you're doing a show tonight, right? What's up with you? What's going on?
I am. Well, I'm going to do the chatting with friends as we do every Monday. An hour and a half after this show ends on my channel, I start my show. It's 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time because I'm on the West Coast and it's lovely out here. Yeah, I have some friends on and it's fun. I just got back from a trip to help some friends pack an old house, and I've got a new game that I want to play with Brian. Guess what this does? and I I want to see if he knows what these things are.
You say that, and I won't tell you the imagery. I'll just give you the sound profile. Picture that game. You're sitting with Brian. Guess what this does? Click.
I thought you were gonna say sure.
You're just bringing up some weird ancient contraption used to torture people. Guess what this does? Bzzz. Sadly, the batch of paddles were smaller this weekend due to the cold weather. I didn't know that. But you know, you do what you do. I filed my taxes last Wednesday, literally 30 seconds after the IRS accepted my filing. I get an email, enroll in a payment plan now. The IRS wants that money come rain, sleet, hail, or snow, says Hoplo Pachenko.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And when you get
CRA is the exact same. You guys have got the IRS, we've got the CRA, but they're the same assholes.
It's weird, but again, like I said, those military companies, they don't got to pay those things. I got to get this X-ray off my screen. It's giving me nightmare fuel. I'm gonna have horrible dreams about, because I love eating with chopsticks. I love eating ramen with chopsticks. But
yeah, well, just don't inhale your food. Like,
right.
You know?
That is one thing. I've never been at an angle where a chopstick can go down my throat.
Yeah, I don't usually eat with my head that far back.
I prefer, if I can, to eat with my chopsticks hovering over a bowl like Gollum over a river trout. Like I'm just
my precious.
Like I'm aiming down.
A prisoner in jail. The way they eat, hunched over their food.
Or a feral cat.
Yes. That too.
That's why me and Al bonded. We both hovered over our food while we ate. His was canned food. Mine was ramen. But we're both like, But now, sadly, my left hand isn't doing so hot. Like, it's really hard to eat ramen and stuff with chopsticks. I know people are like, do the chopsticks with the left hand. That seems sacrilegious to me, and so far has not gone well. So we now I have to eat with like chopsticks left-handed if I can, and it doesn't go well. And then eventually I just bail and go to the fork, and like I bail in failure and just go to the fork.
Aw. I'll feed you with chopsticks.
No, it's not. I appreciate that.
That wasn't the point you were making. That's not what you were.
There's just there's a thing about me liking to use the chopsticks. It's not that I want to eat the. Here's what I'm saying. It's an amazing sentiment. Thank you so much. But yeah, no. If you could. Oh, Brett McHart was telling me earlier to get a dozen eggs, and trust me, you're gonna want to boil the whole dozen. But then I have to use the pressure cooker like to boil them because I don't have a pot big enough. If I boil the whole dozen, then I gotta eat them all too. So, how many days do I want to eat?
Yeah, but you don't have to eat them all like that. You can make some deviled eggs. You can make some of them deviled eggs.
I'm not into that much work. I gotta boil them, and then I gotta cut them, have them. Take the yolks, mix in some mayonnaise, some cayenne pepper, and some other shit. Paprika? I think paprika is the big one.
Paprika.
And then fucking, I gotta put them back in, The egg, like, eh. Although when you suggest it, I just immediately hear in my head, from the movie Tag, where it's like, ooh, deviled eggs, these go fast, and he closes the fridge and takes the whole plate.
They do though. They're awesome.
Oh, AP telling us how it happened, how the chopstick thing is.
Oh.
For my next trick, flaming a chopstick. Oh, ooh. Wild Saffron saying it's a rather maniacal laugh. A little bit. King Kong Dong asking Digger important question. Did you guys sell the... No, we don't do those things. Piping bags does wonders. Right, but I don't want to get out a piping bag. I just don't want to do that much work. Like, I'd just rather eat the hard-boiled egg. I don't want to cut them in half. I don't want to... And because here's the thing. I'm going to do all that work. Oh, great. And then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a whole plate of deviled eggs. And I'm going to end up eating them.
And they're going to taste awesome.
Right, but then I'm going to eat all of them and they're going to be gone. I don't want that work. I don't want that work. And then other people are going to find out that they're in my fridge and they'll come downstairs and eat them too. Namely, particularly the number one concern is a little person who might try one. And then if she does like it, she is one of those people who's like, well, I don't need to ask permission if nobody knows. Open the fridge. And you're like, what are you eating? She's like, sorry, Daddy. Like, she's very quick to be like, I'm sorry. I broke a rule. Like, she's not going to lie to you. She's like, I've been caught. Yeah. There's no point.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, I'm sorry, Daddy. And I'll be like, honey, you could have just asked. But yeah. Or the almost as bad option. She just keeps begging for them. Like, Daddy, can I have them? Can I have them now? Like, no, you'll have some later. You'll have some as a snack. Is it time to have the snack now, Daddy? I just told you to have them as a snack, and I just said you couldn't have them now. Why are you asking? Okay.
Yeah.
Is it time to have the snack now? And it's like, she understands that the passage of time means that now isn't the same as now 5 seconds ago, but either by choice or by omission of ignorance, she doesn't realize that the now versus now is kind of the same now.
Yeah.
All right. I use a fork and knife with deviled eggs. Same knife to have the eggs, and same fork that mashes and mixes the yolks. Scoop and scrape into the whites.
Right? I don't need a piping bag or any of that stuff. You just smush it all together, and then you just fork it in there.
Egg salad sandwich is a great alternative instead. People are just making me hungry for hard-boiled eggs now. Like, eventually I'm going to have to...
You started it.
Yeah, I know.
MSO saying another red flag. What am I doing, MSO? That's twice now.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Right. She's that kind of... Not right after. She gives it a beat. But then she's like, okay, how about now? Like, it hasn't even been a minute. Like she'll count in her head to some imaginary number, and then when she hits it, and I don't know, her counting speed can vary based on her mood to want to do it. But like, yeah, then she hits that number. Like, all right, how about now? And you're like, no, I'll let you know when that is. But is that now? Like, no, it's not. So, but you're letting me know it's not. So yeah, but it's, that's kid behavior. She's fun. But yeah, like I said, that's a little person that I have to be like, okay, you suddenly like the deviled eggs. I have to now watch. Did you run into my kitchen again? Like, you like to do your lengths through the room. What are we doing in there? Little onion, little pickle, little mayo, mustard, lots of egg. Yum, says Ballsy. I don't know.
Well, I agree with AP as well. I think an egg sandwich is good. Egg salad sandwich.
Wild Saffron. She's figured out how to wear you down with relentless requests. She kind of has. But she also, and God bless her for this, she also isn't big into candy. Thank Christ. Like, she actually likes relatively healthy stuff. And she doesn't, she has an appetite. She's like, if I'm not hungry, I don't want to eat.
Happy 420.
Oh,
East Coasters.
Okay.
Woo-hoo. I'll do them all because it's 420, and I already had a dad lined up to do it anyway.
Wow, they're really pushing you here. I appreciate
Right?
that.
They're twisting my rubber arm something fierce.
And I'm
Forcing me
smoking
to do this
remarkably
stuff.
frequently, despite the fact that today's not like normally. That's the salute to contributions. But yes, the East Coast 420. So we did a little burn for you folks. Having egg salad, Sammy, or a wrap with fresh lettuce winning, says Balls Deep. I mean, it doesn't sound horrible. I don't know that I want to go through all that work. It's a delicate kicking.
You're hard boiling a few eggs. What's so difficult?
No, if we're talking about making an egg salad sandwich, we're taking a few more steps than just hard boiling a few eggs. I'm saying we started with the hard
if you're
boiling.
making an egg salad sandwich, you're basically making deviled eggs, only you're smushing it all together.
And again, like I said, I'll make
So
the
you do it
hard
all
boiled
in
eggs
one
and just
bowl.
eat the fucking hard boiled eggs at that point.
Then why are you asking us for different suggestions?
I'm not asking for
You
different.
said-
They're
you said
unwarranted
too much.
suggestions.
Oops. You said.
I asked, what am I going to do with all these eggs? I can't eat all these
We're
hard.
telling you.
Well, yeah, but
telling
the
you
thing
what you
is,
need to
making
do
that
with them.
stuff doesn't make less food.
No, but they're different options.
So we're not solving any of my problems. We're just giving me more work. That's the point I've been making the whole time. As you guys are like, well, you could do this. And I'm like, but then I still have all that I have to eat. Like, I have to make all those deviled eggs. And like, yeah, and you're going to eat them all. I'm like, no, not necessarily. Other people will. It's just more work. It's just more work. Or, again, get the amount. Gives you a reason to sharpen your knives, too. Slice the onions and pickles. I've been committing, and I'll admit this here because I'm in front of friends. I've been committing a horrible sin. I have not been maintaining razor-sharp kitchen knives for fear that a kid will open a drawer and play with mine down here. So I have been remiss in that regard. I actually think one of the big things about relocating will be when I get all my kitchen knives back and together, I'm going to sharpen them all up nicely and keep them in a place where they're not accessible. Because, geez, Johnny, complaints department is out today. You whiner. What?
Right?
Again, you guys just want me to make a fucking more work for myself. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's not the complaints department. I was saying I didn't want to make an extra 6 hard-boiled eggs, and you're like, you know what you should do? You should make those extra 6 hard-boiled eggs. Then you should make deviled eggs. And I'm like, no, that's even more work now. I don't want to do all that work. Why not? Because I don't want to do it.
Wild on Rumble is saying egg salad is too much work, so I guess quiche is out of the question.
Balls Deep, mine all have plastic sheaths, and they are out of reach, but only to, like, she's old enough now that, like, child-proofing, she knows how to undo that stuff, and, like, she can open a drawer. Like, she doesn't open a drawer and just rummage through a drawer most of the time, but yeah, so I've been afraid to sharpen my knives is all. Because I know how sharp mine can be versus, say, maybe your generic Chicago cutlery set that you bought at the store. I
really love my Cutco.
Your what?
Cutco.
Cutco. God, I thought
knives.
I thought I heard Cucco, and I was like, you have Cucco knives? That's a weird one.
No,
Cutco knives. I'm excited. Are they
really good.
serrated? They got little indents, little ding ding dings, like
Some of them do. I've got a whole.
like the steak knives do, is what you're saying, like the little tiny ones. The table side knives.
Yeah, there's not a steak knife.
Well,
I've
steak
got all
knives are
the
usually
large-
meant to
the other
accompany
knife.
like silverware. So like in most knife blocks, it'd be like a big block of knives, and they'd have like the 4 steak knives. I
didn't get the 4 steak knives.
Okay,
I've just got the. Yeah.
But you're saying so
And I've
some
got
of the
one
knives.
knife that is absolutely useless, but I love it anyway. It's a spatula with a serrated end, with a serrated side. You can use it to slice your like tomatoes or whatever, but you can smear your sauce like your mayo with it too.
All right, I don't-
I know it's ridiculous.
You know what that sounds like? You said it's is it a spatula, like a big long?
No, it's like a sandwich. It's a sandwich. It's a sandwich knife.
Well, I'm just saying, Like it's not like a spatula where it's like a cylindrical thing and then it goes to a big square spatula.
No,
it's like one
an
big long
oval.
tab. It's like a big long tab, like a tongue depressor.
No, it's
Damn
like
it.
an oval.
Because I was gonna say that's a bread knife.
Yeah.
You know what?
No. I know what a bread knife is. I've got a no-name brand bread knife I've had forever. It works like a hot damn.
You and your ridiculous need to be on these brands. It's this brand.
I'm talking about. They've got a paring knife. They've got the French knife. They've got the serrated long blade for carving like a turkey, and something else, and the paddle knife. Yeah. Either which way, they were surprisingly good.
Pat Varga, or not Pat Varga, who was it? Balls Deep. Teaching sharp is like teaching hot. Tough without after the fact education. Well, yeah, but my daughter understands what hot is, and she understands what sharp is. She's cut herself and various other things. I'm saying I don't keep sharp knives around here because this isn't the kitchen. She knows the kitchen knives are sharp, and she has to be aware of sharp knives. She's cut herself. That's all well and good, but my setup, without going into elaborate depth about it,
look like a kitchen.
It's not the kitchen. It's like a weird, I've made it a kitchenette and function as a kitchen for me. So, and the knife that I have down here, I don't have my full knife set down here. I just have one of them, or not one of them. I have two of them. I have my bread knife, and that one's dangerous with her to play with no matter what. That one's sharp as a motherfucker, and it's got a sheath on it, and it's got serrated teeth. But that'd be another one where I'd be like, why are you playing with that? That's a really big knife, especially for a little person.
You're going to hate this.
What?
I guess what knife I use to slice my cheese. But
bread knife.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. That doesn't make you okay. Just you're touchy about some of the knives, and I wanted to.
You know what most people in the culinary field will use to slice their cheese if they're not using a they'll use any knife. Like I've used bread knives. Depends on the cheese. Like some of your softer,
yeah, I'm always
softer creamy. If you're doing like a hard cheddar, yeah, you can use a bread knife and saw through that thing. That's fine. But like, say like my favorite knife, someone put in there, all you need are 3 knives. I really mostly just need one. The one knife I need. In fact, I'll let's see if I can Google it. Fuck it. I don't care about this story. We're all talking about cheese and knives anyway.
Right?
What? You know what?
Echo is solid. Good to see you, Labby.
It's 3:28. Let's fucking go down another rabbit hole.
Hey, why not? See, Wild says Cutco knives are good knives. Yeah, they're surprisingly good. They were so good that when I moved out of the house, Dad and I both loved them so much. He gave me the family set and replaced it. He bought his own set. So we've got the exact same set of knives, and they are surprisingly good. And they come with the sharpener that'll actually sharpen the serrated. So yeah, I can sharpen them whenever I want. I love them.
Boop. Let's go over here. Wusthof Performer. I don't know. I like Performer, but anyways, Icon. We don't have the Grand Prix one anymore. Whatever. Let's go images. I don't care about shopping. Well, fuck. Let's go shopping for a minute so I can hate myself. Ooh, 170. That doesn't sound Hollow Edge. From the Wusthof Classic Series Black. I don't know. There we are. Grand Prix. Grant Edge, taper, ground edge, 7-inch overall. That's $42. That sounds ridiculously cheap, but that's my Grand Prix right there.
Okay.
Let's go back and go images. We don't. Oh, there we go. There's my Grand Prix again. That's not the Grand Prix. This is the Grand Prix one. Nope. Open image, a new tab. This is all I need. This is as a knife. Oh, Jesus. Why am I over here? Fuck me. This is all I need. As a knife. This is all I need. This baby's all you need. Slice, dice, chop. It's all here. It can do every single thing you need. You need a paring knife? Just use the tip. You need a sandwich slicer? Here you go. You need a meat slicer? Here you go. You need a cheese slicer? Here you go. You need to finely mince something? I give you the perfect tool. It's the best knife in the entire fucking catalog. I had one in a very nice knife set. I had a very nice knife set at one point in time, and that baby was my pride and joy. I was using it on everything. Just the tip.
Yeah.
Los Federales saying this is my workhorse. Okay, knifeware.com. What are we looking at?
Oh, Tojiro.
Ooh, well now I just don't have money.
Yeah. Los Federales.
It didn't show us. It didn't.
Slightly different.
If it was a specific one you were
different.
highlighting, it didn't show us. Did he say what it was? It's just the because it said it had a product link, but it's all of their products.
It's not to a specific.
The Tojiro, which one is? Do I see a Tojiro? Real reviews from customers. Nakiri. Yeah, I don't see one named Tojiro. Shop all knives. Shop by shape. Yeah, dude. But again, like the Japanese chef's knife, the Santoku, that was just this is the one. This is my baby, and I loved it. I loved it.
I've got one of them in Cutco, and I freaking love it too. You can do anything you want with it.
So you have one of these. Does it have these little divots?
No.
Because all these are is little
Think
divots.
about
They
it
just
a second.
take a grinding wheel to it and
It
just
it just creates little air pockets. Things don't stick to the side. to
It's
the plate, right? Mine doesn't have that.
It's the greatest feature in the world to me. It also lets you know when it's time to replace the knife. When you've worn it to the point that you're starting to get into the Granton edges, you're like, you know what? Sharpening this no longer helps. I got to get me a better blade. But if you've done it by that much, what are you cutting up? The classic Kiritsuki, he said. All right, so let's go back then, because now I'm curious. And after all, it's not like, oh, dude, let's get through more news stories, right? Because we'll totally do that. Just fucking...
No
It's
one
only
has any Ginsu
3:30.
knives.
The classic Kiritsu. Ooh. Okay, the classic Kiritsuki. So you're saying this is his work? You know what? I don't hate it. Do we have the one he was saying? I don't see the one he was saying. But you know what? I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I don't hate it at all.
Interesting. The sharp flat edge at the point, as opposed to
Again, that's where you get the paring knife. Like you can do elegant, precise
yeah.
trimming. Like that's like I completely agree with, like, this is my workhorse. Like, yeah, that's gonna get you through so much. Like I said, a Granton edge on that, and there's almost nothing it can't do. It's just stupid. All right, whatever. I have Ginsu steak knives, says Pab Fargo. Right, I cut up my shoes, and then I cut up my dinner.
Well, the Cutco, one of the things that they did in the demonstration, it was a buddy of mine got the job. He needed to practice. So we practiced on my dad and I, and it was good enough. We bought some. But part of it was cutting a penny up. He actually cut a penny into a curly Q thing with the scissors.
My parents will understand without asking any questions as to why would you want that? Like, I think I have to tell my parents, like, hey, if you want to get me a Christmas gift, get me another Wusthof Grand Prix. Oh dear, Grand Prix 216. That is expensive. It doesn't show it. Grand Prix 2 is just the same as Grand Prix, I'm betting. The thing I like about the Grand Prix, it's in this picture. The thing I love about the Grand Prix, I hate the Wusthof classic block handles. I've used people's Wusthoffs in kitchens before. Like, you don't use another chef's knife without asking, but sometimes you borrow another chef's knife if he has a knife that's great for a job. Like, can I borrow that quick? Like here you go. Give it back. But yeah, I love these handles. There is one problem. They do get a little slick. So you got to be ready for that. Be ready for your handles to be slippy. Pay attention to your grip at all times. But then this rivet's a good knockback to catch it, so like it's sliding on you. But yeah, be ready for it to be a little slick, and you'll slide up on the cuff or back towards the rivet. But I like that handle as opposed to the other. I had one that was murder. My friend had one, they're all metal, so it was solid metal from start to finish, but the handle was metal and everything.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, dude, that gets wet when you're cutting like meat up and shit. Like, ugh. That thing's gonna slip right out of your hands. Totally derailed Johnny from his stories. Right? God damn it. 15 minutes on knives. Who knew there was so much to say? I like my knives.
And this is what we'll be doing this evening on my stream. We hang out with friends and we shoot the shit about whatever topic we
All right, so then you know what? They're busting my and as rightly they should. What knives have the bumpy handles? If you mean like the 3 rivets in the handle with usually black or white wood as the handle thing, well, I don't have knives up yet. I took those down. That would be Wusthoff's Classics, and a lot of classic knives have those 3 rivet punches. Because what it is the whole point with a Wusthoff, one of the reasons you have the 3 is you can see the full tang. I don't need to see it. I know a Wusthoff is a full tang knife. For people who don't know what that means, it means the tang is the part of the blade that comes off. It goes all the way through the handle. So you've got the whole thing. It's a solid forged piece of metal. The Grand Prix is the exact same forged piece of metal that the fucking Classic is. It's just a different handle style, and I like that style better. Balls deep, full tang or nothing, right? I'm a tang man.
Wild Saffron says, on Diggers tonight, we talk coffee mugs. Don't miss a minute of it. And I just so happen to be drinking out of it's a left-hander. So, but let's hot chalk and chill with my
with a stormtrooper.
Why
is the stormtrooper?
No, this is an authentic stormtrooper. This is not the one that this is the guy who originally designed the stormtroopers.
Okay, yeah, but my point is at any rate, what's the point of the stormtrooper being a sexy pose? 1, 2, Balls Deep linking your channel, so I couldn't even get to it. Balls Deep wanted to link your channel because Habla Pachenko saying, what's Digger's channel? Yeah.
Oh.
Every time I give you the option to promote that, you just be like, yeah, we're going to be live on my channel. They're like, yeah, don't tell them what it is. It's fine.
I never really think about it.
Yeah, I know. You know what you should do if you can? I
should advertise?
Well, I mean, I have a prep sheet where I keep things that I have to link a lot, like, say, the pay links or, like, the story links I have to pull up. Like, I have all of that there. Like, I have the link to the Wednesdays with Digger Clarion call that you prefer.
Yeah, I missed that this past week.
30 years in Ginsu is still good. I mean,
Yep.
Stormtrooper mug, it can't hit your lips. Why use it, says St. Aaron.
It was from Valentine's Day. Hot chalk and chill. So, instead of that's Netflix and chill. We're doing hot chocolate and chilling. Yeah.
Okay.
It had hot chocolate in it. The hot chocolate.
I guess I just I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting.
Okay.
That's a red flag. I have 20.
I like it because it's the official, like it's the original Stormtrooper. It's not the other one. I can't remember if it's
I have
Disney
a 20-year-old's Willings Santuco with a nice classic handle. That sounds like it'd be nice too. Nice. I loved the feel of my Grand Prix. And I know for a fact, like, when I'm in an actual kitchen again, because I haven't really been, and I can't really cook, like, it's a kind of a source of personal. Anyways, so when I'm actually doing that, and I can do that, like, I'm gonna want to have a good chopper, and you know what? That might be the ticket. Anyways, we've got all that. Let's do an actual story since I'm fucking off.
No way.
No.
Okay.
We've gotten through like 3, and I want to do the Val Kilmer AI thing at the end of this.
Yes, true. Yeah.
So I got to kind of move this. This one, I didn't know this could be a thing, but I'm all for, like, I'm not a big, like, we've got to stop this environmental pollution, but, like, I don't like the idea of environmental pollution. So I'm all for going after this company for pleading guilty to illegally dumping a pollutant into the South Hegan River. It's a mustard company. So, yeah,
Okay.
I'm like, you know what? Lock them up, throw them behind bars.
Old Dutch Mustard could be responsible for tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines. As for its president, Charles Santich, he could face up to 3 years in federal prison. Both Santich and the company pleaded guilty today in federal court for illegally dumping a pollutant. Prosecutors say the Mustard and Vinegar Company have had a long history of violating the Clean Water Act, which are federal laws that have regulated water pollution for more than 70 years.
So, yeah, I feel like giving them a light slap on the wrist is like, you got to go after these people pretty hard then.
Yep.
3 years, is that really is that a lot of time? I don't
It's a lot in comparison to the nothing that has happened in the past. Sure.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of these companies,
Is he
not
gonna
necessarily
be
but-
like fired as the head of the company, or is he gonna just come back to his job 3 years later? Is he gonna run the company from inside prison, like he gets updates and briefs? Ladies, ladies always think I'm a gentleman because I always let them go first when entering or leaving somewhere. Reality is that the perfect way to check out their ass is those federalists.
That's true. It works.
I don't like them. I don't like anyone to go first through the door before me because I'm always worried they're gonna fart and I'm right at ass level. I don't need that.
You're right.
Right? Somebody's like, and the worst part is like it's not like it's the abrupt loud ones that you got to worry about. People are like, oh well, like, oh, that's gotta be gross. You hear someone burnt and you got to roll through that. It's like, no. You hear that burnt, that's your backup beeper, right? Burnt up. Sorry, we're going back. We're going back, guys. Why? No reason. We're going back. The problem is so many people have like the sneaky ones. It's the ones you don't hear that suck because that's the cloud you roll through and you're like, no, no.
Oh my goodness.
This thing is fine. Being crop dusted is not fine, right?
Not so much.
Now I know why my fish has 3 eyes, says St. Aaron. Yeah, that too. I agree with that statement, Johnny. Always yell at you for holding the door open for him, but he doesn't realize there's 5 girls behind him and one of him. One of him is your wife? I don't know what he's saying. At any rate, again, I'm that's 5 culprits that I now have to play in the who the fuck farted on me game, and I don't want to do that. I don't think a lot of people realize it doesn't matter if there's 1 suspect or 20. I don't want to play the who the fuck farted on me game, okay? It's not what I came here for. This is a Walmart.
Oh my goodness, elevators must be awful.
People be like, hey man, why do you always buy the Oots and the Oots Cheetos things in the tub? It's like, because that's the only thing I know that if someone crop dusts me, it's not getting into the food. They're sealed out.
Oh my goodness.
Why don't you like going into the shopping stores? Because people keep farting on me. That's why. Yeah, and you learn what is high and low risk on farting percentage. Like old couple, don't fucking do it. Don't go behind them. Whether they know it or not, that's just one of them is probably just an open line. Like it's not even a fart because their cheeks never connected again. They just left it's like an open door in a barn. Just somebody farted in the entrance door. All of this, I don't even know. Like, this is where we have fun here. I don't know how we got onto that because we're talking about an old Dutch mustard factory polluting a river. Like,
Oh my goodness.
had Pachenko, the silent but deadlies are the worst. Right, they're the worst. But again, like, you imagine how it is when it's like, you know, up at standing level. You're 3 leagues deeper. That's way worse. That is way worse.
You're sitting at Haas level.
Everybody else is like, oh, that'd be pretty cool, ride around a chair. You can just sit there and let them go by and be like, watch that ass walk. And I'm like, yeah, but you know what ends up happening to be the thing for me then? I end up being like, somebody needs to wipe their ass. Like, I can wipe your butt. Fucking get wet. They make, gentlemen, ladies, they make like toilet wipes. If you can't reach there properly or can't get the job done, you can use those. I would know. Everybody tells me, like, hey, these products exist. Like, yeah. And you know what? They're your friends. Just don't flush them. That's it. But they're your friends. Yeah. Wipe your ass. The walking toots, those are worse. But again, like, if it's, again, if I can hear you going off, it's at least gives me a warning, you know?
Yes.
Butts exploding at it like a grenade in front of an automatic door, and now I gotta wait 10 minutes before I can go in the store. Everybody thinks I'm too tarded to roll in because I'm a dumbass in a wheelchair. Like, oh, this guy's too stupid. Let me get no. And it's like they're trying to push me through. Like I'm gonna be some sort of human snowplow for the fecal cloud that's just rolling around this entrance. I'm like, you can't see the evil, but I can. Now they think I'm crazy.
Oh my god.
Johnny Hayes Books, best fucking show out there. Thanks, Crutches. We appreciate all your support. If you could throw a bucket,
yeah, thanks
cool.
Everyone.
Venmo, PayPal, Streamlabs, at the very least, like, subscribe, share. That always helps. That's all good. Johnny gets forced into the wall of funk. Like, it's not good. And they think they're helping. Like, let me get your chin. No, don't. No. It's like the.
You can't.
I'm like Sigourney Weaver. Dude, I'm about to be spiritually R-worded like Sigourney Weaver in Ghostbusters. I'm just stuck in the fucking lazy boy going, no! By the way, the most traumatic fucking scene to watch as a child and be like, oh my God, scary. And then watch as adult and think about the consequences behind the whole just Jesus, that was approved for kids back then.
What movie?
Ghostbusters. It was a horror comedy movie.
Okay.
Because remember, it was scary and had scary elements, but jokes. And it's like, dude, this is not okay.
Yes.
Pat Fargo for tonight. Thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Thanks.
You're the best, Pat.
That's awesome.
Let's make sure we don't forget that in the old things. But yeah, dude. So again, like that's the worst part. People are like, he's an asshole. He doesn't want me to help him. Whatever. It's like, no, like, and I don't. This is the weird part. I don't fault people for not knowing this, but again, that's why when they ask, I politely refuse. And if you leave it at that, we leave it at that. We're good. Like I'm gonna be like, no, I'm good.
Awesome. I'm
good. That's fine. But like when people don't listen, it's when I get annoyed. Where I'm like, no, like you want some help? Like no. Because again, people always say when you want help, you need to ask for help. And it's like, right, I need to ask for help. You need to let me. Like, that's one reason why I don't ask for help a lot of times. Is because everybody's always jumping to help. Not just me, but everyone's always jumping to help the handicapped person. Like, you need to let them realize they can't do shit and ask for help. They're not going to learn to broach that chasm. Same as Balls Deeper, someone else was talking about they need to learn sharp. They need to learn how. You need to let handicapped people hit that limit. If nothing else, so they can learn where it is. But anyways, thank you, Pab Fargo, with that for the $1 and just loving the show. Loving you supporting it. This is the worst place. So yeah, the worst place of any crop dusting is the produce section. Wrong again. The worst place of any crop dusting is the dairy section, particularly located next to the cheese, because now you can't tell if that's just someone's really bad gas or some really good cheese. You are completely in the dark.
Wow. Oh.
It's also simultaneously the best place to get away with it. So what are you going to do? You know what? Do we want to finish the mustard story?
Love glass, and Wild are having fun with you too.
Johnny has PTFD, post-traumatic fart disorder. He's a fart assault survivor. Multiple assault survivors, and capital ASS in assault. Like, dude, multiple assault survivors. Because, dude, like, again, like I said, like, I'm there. I'm at ground level. And even when I know that the waters are tainted and I can't roll through, like, and I gotta wait, I always have to worry about some chucklehead being like, here, let me help you. Like, no. Worst case scenario, if I'm out with my daughter, she always wants to push my chair. And, like, me and her mom are both of the same opinion about pushing my chair. We don't mind. She goes at a perfectly acceptable speed, but she doesn't see over the chair very well.
Right.
So she's rolling blind. Like, it's like, and now I'm more of a snowplow than ever. And so it's just, yeah, it's different. You missed my story. It happened about a month ago. Let's go up to Los Federales, the story. I was outside a building having a cigarette when leaning against a glass wall. I farted thinking it was safe, but instead, because the glass, it reverberated. To anyone who was inside heard me. Oh, no.
Oh, no. It creates this nice.
Oh, dude, and this happened when? This happened about a month ago. If I don't know when you were there, but if it was cold enough, then it'd be like it'd fog the window around. We know who did it.
Well, and he's on the East Coast, so that, you know, it might also be true.
That's as bad. That's as bad as that's as bad as I don't know what zoo it was, but people were behind one of these glass walls at like there's like a gorilla at the zoo.
Ape.
Yeah,
When the gorilla shot. Yeah, I showed you that.
He shotgun shot the window. Just
that was awesome.
It happened about a month ago.
Cool.
So depending on the region of the world you were in when that happened, again, he said it happened about a month ago. He could have fogged the window so we all know who it was.
Yeah.
I looked, I have a global knife and I have a big Wusthof cabbage machete. Dude, Wustof's made, I've seen some pretty interesting. There was one that there used to be a Wusthof store in the Mall of America. Like, that's where I bought a bunch of my knife set first. And they had like a 16-inch chef's knife on the wall. And I'm like, what do you use a 16-inch chef's knife for? It's over a foot, almost a foot and a half. Like, the thing has a hip holster. I'm like, what the fuck do you need a chef's knife that big for? Unless you're doing partial butchering.
Really large hunks of meat. Enormous fish.
Huge tracts of land. I am and a potato. But yeah, no, like I said, for me, I don't need anything over 8 inches, giggity. But yeah, the 8-inch Santoku Granite edges, and I'm a happy camper for the rest of my life. Anyways, let's finish this story.
Under those laws, Old Dutch was required to load polluted wastewater onto trucks and drive it to a proper disposal facility. Instead, back in 2015, they built an underground piping system that would let the water stream into the nearby Sauhegan River. It wasn't...
All right, no, seriously, 3 years?
Yeah.
No, dude, I'm sorry. Somebody needs to be up on like some serious penalty charges for this.
Yeah.
That's deliberate malfeasance.
In doing this. Yeah.
I'm a little unhappy with the sentence
until
here.
2021, when the facility was dealing with high volumes of wastewater, that state inspectors went down. When they got there, they noticed it smelled like vinegar and they saw water flowing down a man-made ditch. Sanchich wrongly told them the smell was from a failed attempt to grow mustard seeds. It was in that visit during May 2021 that prompted the investigation
Why does
into
this keep
illegal
turning my
dumping.
captions on?
Now Sanchich will appear back in court in June for sentencing. In the meantime, he was released on PR bail until that sentencing date. In Greenville.
Okay.
All right.
So he, the judge has the prerogative to give him more time.
I hope so,
So-
because 3 years is bullshit. Not for that.
Yeah, for that. Yeah. Yeah.
Cabbage, says Pab Fargo. Beware of coughing cows, says Matthew Q. The bigger the better, Johnny. I don't know, man. I seen poo fly at least 15 feet from coughing cows. That's a horrible.
I'm seeing it. Gosh, I've got such a visual.
Mop. Oh no.
Poor cow coughing.
But yeah, dude. 16-inch should just be too unwieldy. Like the 8 is great. It's long enough to do pretty much all of what you need. Like I said, unless you're doing like some mild butchering and you really got to have a big, heavy thwack it, get through a bone knife, like
Yeah.
that Santuco is going to be able to do pretty much everything. Michael Myers uses a 16-inch chef's knife. Yeah,
See, if
For
it's good for
killing
Michael
people.
Myers, it's good for us.
it's not good for me. It's unwieldy. You're gonna get your hands gonna get tired from having to use it. It's gonna be harder to do fine
Oh,
trimming
sorry.
and mincing.
16-inch. Yeah, no, sorry, I misunderstood.
The
I thought
8's
he was
good.
using the 8's good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what mine is. 8. I've had it for so long. Pretty sure.
I don't know. But again, that's just where I land on those. So we've got that done there. I had this, and I don't really care to do it. It's a Kentucky governor saying he fears Trump will drop a nuclear bomb merely to become the most famous person in history. I don't think so, because we don't like. That's one of those weird things where I don't think Trump would mind being like the being remembered, like dropping the bomb. I don't think he's gonna do it. Like, we're not talking about it, so it's a weird worry. Like,
Yeah.
oh guys, we're
It's a weird
we're in
thing to be
danger because
concerned
Trump
about.
will drop a bomb just for the infamy. And it's like, no, I think like I was telling you, like BB would be like, and you dropped the bomb on Iran. Not only is it exactly what I want, but it's also you'll be remembered. Only other president to drop a bomb was during World War II. You'll be you and him. That's it. And so, of all of human history, all of them, just the two of you. Like, I'm saying I could see them selling him on it that way, but unless it's on the table, I'm not like he's going to do it just for the, like, no. So that's one of those weird things where this guy's strangely concerned because of a comment that he made. And the comment that he made, ironically enough, and this is where I'm like, it's weird that you go to that length, because the comment that he made is he just wants to be remembered as the most famous person in history. Like, he wants to be the most famous person in history. Right. He told that to his autobiographer when they were making an autobiography. Like, that's like a comment that's circulated. Okay, cool. But why do you immediately jump to he'll drop a nuclear bomb? Like, I don't.
Right? It seems a bit extreme.
It seems like you used a platform to jump off of, but there was a leap involved.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
but at any rate, so yeah, I don't know. That's one of those where it was interesting at first to read, and then as I dug more into this, I'm like, okay, you have a point, but the point you're making is kind of like, yeah, and if the Nazis went to the moon, then they would have had space travel. Like, right, but they didn't, so we're not going to worry about it. Like, nobody proposed, whatever. Anyways,
It's not a thing.
has anybody had the Taco Bell chicken nuggets? I have not. Nucleatic Gaming. I have not had the chicken nuggets. Now that you're saying that, I kind of want to make chicken nuggets and fries for dinner, but I got
but you
pizza. I
got
got to
eggs?
finish up. What?
You've got eggs. You've got to go out.
I don't
and
have
buy
any
a chicken
eggs.
heart dog.
I'm not.
No,
No,
I
I'm
know.
not buying eggs today. I don't do grocery shopping and stuff. After this show gets done, like, I'm worn out. Like, physically, my body won't move as well. I'll hang out pretty much wherever my daughter dictates when she comes down here. I'll clean up a bunch of stuff, and then it's time for the kiddo to come down. And when she gets down here, it's, like you heard me this last weekend. What do you want to do? And she'll tell me what she wants to do. All right, you want Daddy to do that with you? You want Daddy to sit on the couch with you while you watch X, Y, or Z? No. Okay. Then she'll do stuff, and I'll kind of chime in and sing along. Daddy, stop. Oh, okay, baby. I'm not allowed to speak. She prefers me in silence. And then every once in a while when she's feeling super snuggly, she wants me to watch TV with her so she can snuggle me. But so I know what I'm in for with that, but that's cool. But she hasn't wanted that in the last couple weeks. So we're probably due. I haven't either. Are they any fucking good? I don't know. That's the big question that a lot of people are asking. The supposedly, what was it? Diablos Nuggets or whatever the fucking things are called.
I don't know.
I haven't had them, but they look like shit. Then why would you want to eat them? The Z's rocket did go to the moon or took people to the moon. That's the claim. I don't know. They do make special saw-all blades that are stainless steel and made to cut bone, says Mr. Q. Right, but I don't. I'm talking about chef's knives. Like, dude. All right, the reason, like, I think I've told this story before. I started doing work for a pastry chef, and the pastry chef was letting me use their knives, and I knew this pastry chef, and so I was using their knives, and I was tracing a peach pit to cut peaches in half for a dessert they were making. It went all the way through the pit, like in a fluid motion, like I was, and just straight into my knuckle. So I had to go up to that person and go, hey, 1, I really like your knives. 2, where is the first aid kit? And then they had to be like, and then if you need a 3, it's because the paring knife is in my hand. And so I had to do that. And then after that, I'm like, you know what? I need this knife. It went through the peach pit like butter, and then just, and I was like, all right, yep, I need me one of them. I need me that set. Happy 420 all, says Bricks Gaming. It's not quite that time yet.
Not there yet. Hey. Just
but
in
the
general,
day,
happy
I think,
420.
yeah, Bricks,
it's the day. Yeah,
Bricks Gaming is doing the day.
I'm sorry. Hi, Bricks. Well, I may or may not have already smoked 1.5 joints and a couple of dabs. Happy 420.
Wild Saffron saying, gotta bounce. Take care, everyone.
Okay.
See you on Digger Stream. Yeah, see you later, Wild. Thank you for hanging out.
See you later, Wild. Thank you.
Happy to have you. And back to the knives. Someone got us back to the knives. Bricks Gaming, if you need a quick update on the WoW crack thing, we're up to Ilaria, and we're having a little hitch getting through there. But other than that, we're good on the heroic. I'm not gonna get them. I'm gonna get my cheesy double beef burrito for $3. Yeah, I wouldn't get them either if they look like shit. I would not get the nuggets. I would whatever. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a buttload of popcorn. I kind of am in a popcorn mood at the moment. So like after the show, I can make popcorn. I can eat leftover pizza. I think I'm gonna make popcorn. Anyways, so we have an AI video with Val Kilmer. So we have a trailer to watch.
Yes.
I had to look up beforehand. Val Kilmer's like estate and children are cool with it, so I'm cool with it. Like in terms of existing. We'll see how this goes, I guess.
Yeah.
This movie is called As Deep as the Grave, an ironic title given the fact that Val Kilmer is dead and in the movie.
Well, he had signed up for this long before he got sick.
This is taking a while. Native Americans. Oh, so this is actually based off of a true story.
He had signed up. Val Kilmer had signed on to this show. I think their brothers had been trying to get this going for years, and they finally got Val Kilmer interested. He signed on for it. And then COVID hit, and then once COVID was over, they were about to start going, but by that time he was too sick.
Okay.
Don't fear the dead, and don't fear me.
Alrighty then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he had signed on for it, and they were all. It kept getting delayed after one thing after another, and by the time it was finally ready to go, he was sick and shortly thereafter gone. So that's why
Deep
they
as the Grave is written
allowed it.
directed by stars Abigail. Again, what's it supposed to be about? I don't quite get it. Like a guy recovering, like human traffic.
I don't know. I'd
Native
only heard
Americans?
about this movie.
I
today.
have so many questions now. Kilmer was a perfect blunt man. I think he means Batman. If
He
this
was
is a
pretty good.
movie about Native Americans bitching about shit, I swear. It doesn't. I don't know if it's that necessarily, as it sounds like it might be a story of what the lengths a person went to recover someone who was a Native American, and I have that's the best guess I can get from the whole brought to you on a snowy mountain blindfolded.
As deep as the grave.
As well, let's see. Let's scroll down here. I don't know. I have to pull it back up. I didn't have.
Sorry.
I just closed it out to get the second hour stuff. As deep as the grave. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's go grab our. Do we have to grab? We
Okay, I've got it. It's the true story of archaeologists Ann and Earl Morris as they explore the Navajo history in the Canyon de Chelly, Arizona. So he is portraying Father Fenton, a Catholic priest and a Native American spiritualist, set in the 20s through the 40s.
Okay.
Yeah. It centers on Anne Axtell Morris, who was the first female archaeologist striving to be taken seriously in her field, and her husband, of course.
All right then.
The Canyon of the Dead. Yeah. So it could be interesting.
Eh.
The fact that they're okay with it,
I
it did look very CGI. It looked like there's an awful lot of AI.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. His AI voice, for the little bit that I heard in it, his AI voice didn't sound like Val Kilmer. But whatever.
I don't think I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just seen this.
Which Val
one
Kilmer
of the
voice was
things,
it supposed to sound like too, right? Going to push the raid back a week or two. Oh yeah, we're in the same. She is a pain. Yeah. I gotta see if I can get one more 10 keys so I get 2 mythic slots on the vault. But I gotta start funneling mythic gear in through keys so I can get geared up better, and then I think I'll be able to help pump through. But we're on that, getting the dance down. That's the biggest problem. It's a big dance. And this is another thing, you never watch it, so you wouldn't understand the rating, like the whole thing, like, oh, why do you do it? You don't do it. Well, the reason, ma'am, that we do it is that don't look so smug with yourself.
No, I was enjoying.
I know, it's fun. We're just fucking around. But yeah, no, the thing is, like I said, the whole thing, remember how you said the controls seem crazy? You don't know what's going on there. And I explained, like,
there's too many flashy lights.
There's too much flashing and too much going on. I'm like, right, but there are ways, and you learn how to tell which what. Well, that gets added on top of learning to, like, stand in the right spot while all your flashing and stuff is going off, or running to the right place when a certain type of flashing is happening. There's so much coordination you have to put into getting around this stuff, and the higher the difficulty means the more that it hurts, or the more mechanics you have to follow. So it's
right?
It's
all
a
that
game.
flashing. Looking at all that flashing constant, that gives me a headache.
Well, the fighting isn't constant And the flashing isn't constant, but okay, whatever. Happy 420, anyone. 220 is close.
I'm setting it up right now.
We're 10 minutes away.
I know, but I'm doing a dab and it takes a minute.
Jesus, woman.
Gotta heat the stupid thing up and
You
know.
You try so hard to help some people. What did I miss watching wrestling with a friend? You missed the whole show.
Caesar.
To put it simply, you missed the whole show.
Everything.
Some great moments in the show.
Yes. But it was WrestleMania this past weekend, the weekend before.
He's watching with a friend. Good for you.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Whatever. We didn't really make a whole buttload of funding. You didn't miss any hype trains or anything like that, if you're worried about that. But we just did the whole show. You missed that. So
yeah, all of that. To be fair, all of the show, we didn't get much of the stuff. We've actually been discussing all sorts of
we squirreled a lot.
squirrely things. Yeah,
that is true. We did
which
squirrel
is fun.
a bunch.
I don't know about anyone else, but I've had fun.
It's been interesting. I don't know if I should load. I don't want to bother loading the second hour stuff, because there's. Well, you know what? I've been meaning to get for this, so we'll do this one from the second hour, and then we'll do third hour stuff after that. I meant to get to this last week. The OTUS project team. I don't know what specifically that is, but they launched a. Oh dear Lord, that is so. Let's turn that. Yeah, let's turn that one down a lot. They launched a drone into a tornado, and I'm dying to see what this looked like.
Right.
First of all, I'm amazed you can launch a drone into a tornado, because I understand the mechanics
how much control do they have
of the drone, but once that's wind moving in really weird ways. How are we doing this? But yeah, I'm dying to see what happens. Because other than this, the only idea I have about the inside of a tornado is Twister, because of their CGI thing. Is this like a water droplet that keeps getting
I was going to
pushed
say,
up?
clean the lens before you launch it, buddy.
Well, it's moving around, so I'm guessing it's a water droplet of some sort.
Yeah.
Or is that more things flying behind us?
I don't know.
Yeah, because they're moving too perfectly.
Oh, wow. It's exactly as I expect it to be, and yet fascinating. You could see the white, just as it dipped in, you could see the white center funnel, and then it stayed just kind of on the outside of that center funnel. That's awesome.
It's just the world sphincter right there. So that happened.
Yeah, the watermark is kind of a pain in the butt.
I have a feeling that's why they did that, so people couldn't just.
Of course they couldn't. Yeah, but it's also a pain in the butt. I
First ever 360 drone video inside the Wyoming, Iowa tornado. This is from the 14th. So yeah, I meant to get to that recently. We didn't get to. I've always been fascinated by tornadoes. I grew up with them. Twister 3. And that's only an F1 tornado, says Matthew Q. I didn't know that's not that big. I imagine if they went with anything more than an F1, the drone might not have been able to handle it quite as well.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not the devil's anus, says Riding Dirty Llama. Could have fooled me. Could have fooled me. Oh, stay there. Oh, look, a cow. I hope it wasn't AI, because that's interesting. No, they're claiming that's real drone footage taken from Iowa. So hopefully it's not AI, because they wait.
I'm early for 220.
We have a inside Spiritwood, North Dakota wedge tornado, June 20th, 2025. So this is the same group, but this is a much older tornado, but it looks way bigger. Oh, and I figured out what that image was. It's because it's a GoPro. It's a GoPro, so that's why it was being funky with the motors. It's doing that whole like 360 don't see the thing, modifying the footage or whatever, I guess. I don't know. This one's not very loud at all, so where's the audio? There it is. It's already up all the way, so there's no audio. This one's way bigger. The drone's at a tilt just to get to it.
Wow.
Like, the wind is so bad, the drone has to lean in to get through it. That is crazy. Wow, that is nuts. Just rain, water, and other shit just spiraling around it.
Just the sheets of water. Yeah. Sorry.
I really wish this had audio. It's really weird that it has zero audio. All right, now they're leveling out. Is this like the calm before the storm? Just look at that big old cloud right there. I feel like at a certain point, this thing's going to just get whoop and get sucked right up, right? Like at a certain point, it should just go whoop and go in, right?
It looks like they're trying to stay at about 300, whatever thing.
Oh, we're going in.
Yep.
Whoa. Did we go in and come back out again? It looks like we might. Yeah, we have.
Yeah, I think we went straight through.
Dear Lord.
Wow.
That is crazy. So I guess that's not a full tornado then. I don't know.
Wow.
Didn't look anywhere. That watermark is dumb. Yeah, unfortunately. F1s will do some damage. F2 is more serious. 3 and 4 will leave. Will level a city. 5 is the wrath of God. Right, and then I wanted to see the bigger cloud from this. It seemed like we had more of a serious thing, but I guess it wasn't. We're 2 minutes away from that.
You don't have to worry about that.
From that
I know. I just
420
did mine
moment.
because mine was ready too quick.
You're impatient. I get you.
Well, no. Well, like, maybe. But this way, I've pretty much recovered for you.
All right.
While you're coughing, I can talk now.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I don't know if we have a video for this. I have to do it. Otherwise, if it's just an article. Oh, nope. It's a video. So I know what our next thing is. I'm going to go ahead and launch our next story. I'll do the 420 thing when it shows up with what's left in the bubbler. Topeka students take a unique choice of vehicle to prom. Like, you guys do proms and stuff in Canada. That's a thing, right?
Well, yeah, we call it grad, but yeah.
Well, at any rate, like, so at grad, did people like have like swanky rides that them and their date would take?
Yeah.
I never did that.
We rented a caravan, but there was like 8 of us.
I had my cheap ghetto car. But like, yeah, a lot of like groups will rent a limo or any of that sort of stuff. So this isn't unheard of, but I salute their choice of vehicles. So that's the thing. We're gonna hit play and then.
Well, students from Seaman High School celebrated.
Oh shit.
From Seaman High School.
I was so
goodness.
I was so focused on the what of the conveyance that I didn't pay attention to the where of what school. Seaman High School, huh? Were they just taking a shot in the dark, or?
Oh my God! Goodness.
Their phrase is blow loads.
Oh,
Seaman High School, blow loads. School mascot is the Swimmers.
Yeah, their swim team is very strong. We've been impregnating students since.
Well, students from Seaman High School celebrated prom tonight, but a few students rolled up in style in one of 6 Oscar Mayer Wienermobiles. 27 News reporter Melissa Vela met with the students earlier today.
Wait a minute, they got 6 of them got the Oscar, or did one of them show up in the Oscar Mayer? Like, don't
I
mislead
think
me.
6 of them rode.
One of 6 Oscar Mayer Wienermobiles, she said. I think there's like 6 in the country. I don't know.
The Wienermobile made an appearance in Topeka yesterday for a pre-race NASCAR celebration. Brecken Andrews, a junior at Seaman High School, and his friends were at Sonic when they saw the hot dog on wheels and had to stop by. They took some pictures, but then another idea came up. Driver of the Wienermobile and brand spokesperson, Maggie Dawson, couldn't resist.
One of my buddies was like, can we rent this thing? And I was like, bro, what if we just ask about prom? What if they take us? It's tomorrow. Like, that'd be insane.
It was a little light bulb. And we were like, well, what time is prom? And from there, we checked our schedule and we were able to make it happen.
Andrews said that the Oscar Mayer crew made this happen for free out of the kindness of their hearts. But Dawson said this is just something that had to be done.
Hearing about prom, I mean, I have such special memories, like with my high school.
Out of the goodness of their hearts. They gave away free sausages at prom till the
school experience with my prom, and knowing that we could add the weenie magic of the big dog to it, we figured it had to be done.
Dawson said she was excited all day, thinking about how she would be able to.
You really love the weenie magic of the big dog?
The weenie magic of the big dog. Yeah, and the way it just rolled off her tongue, like she's said it before.
Oh, dude, she said weenie magic a bunch. This lady lives by weenie magic.
Yes.
Her husband,
Weenie
if she's married, has had to give her some weenie magic.
Be a part of this once-in-a-lifetime experience.
It's such a special thing for me, being the steward that gets to bring them there, so I can't even imagine what kind of happiness it's going to bring them.
Andrews said that this is different from any old limo or car, and that he and his friends are already thinking about next year's ride to prom.
That's why I'm jealous. They always have the whistles. The weenie whistle.
What was?
I want a weenie. I had a weenie whistle as a kid. I want a new weenie.
Know that was
it's a little Oscar Mayer weenie mobile. It's a whistle. You blow it, and it's a whistle.
Okay.
It's a weenie whistle.
It's
how you call the weenies. Like in weenie hunting season.
Oh, you gotta call the weenies?
Right, we hunt our weenies here.
In hunting?
Where do you think they come from? You
weenies.
think, you privileged people think weenies are just in a package at the store. Somebody has to go into the field and catch wild weenies, okay? And then they've got to take the feathers or whatever they have off of them. Then they put them in the bag.
They're not born as like little Vienna sausages and grow into weenies, and then maybe they age up into Bavarian sausage. It doesn't work like that, dear.
Well, no, not in captivity. No,
you don't.
Weenies won't bone in captivity. You put 2 weenies. You put 2 weenies on a plate, and they will not fuck because they know you're watching.
That's awful. Oh my gosh. I've never heard of this. And yet they're just blowing those little whistles. Like this is obviously a real thing.
This is a real thing.
My goodness.
I don't remember them being this color of red. They used to be more of this Oscar Mayer mobile orange. But those are weenie whistles right there.
Working for you in Topeka, Millie Favela, 27 News.
Wow.
There's a smile.
Those kids had an abundance of weenie magic that night.
Right?
Right, Evie? Oh, that was awesome.
They were placing bets who could get their weenie roasted in the mobile. I took her to prom in the weenie mobile, and then I showed her my white cheddar wurst. Ching. Oh, weird.
Oh.
But yeah, man, that would have been fun when I went to prom. I would have loved to go to in the weenie mobile. You know what I would have loved more than prom to go to in the weenie mobile? Graduation party, like the high school.
Okay,
like,
wait a minute.
senior...
What's the difference? What's
prom,
a prom then?
Prom is like a formal dance at the end of the year. The graduation party is just for the seniors. Prom is like high school. It's like a social.
No, we didn't get that. We got a grad. Well, when I was going to school, it was broken up. Grade 7, you graduate into middle school, and then for grade 10, you graduate into the high school, and then of course grade 12, you graduate out. There's other than those elementary, middle, and high school grads. There's no every year with the dance.
This was a thing. This was like the spring formal kind of deal. Like
what's a spring formal though?
It's just a formal dance that happens in the spring.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we had the occasional dance when we were in middle school, but
Okay.
not
Well,
really.
like prom, like every year it was like, who are you going to take to prom? Who's going to prom? Like, but
Yeah, but
it's
the
for the
prom
high
was
schoolers. It's
for-
for the seniors
Okay.
particularly, but it's for the high schoolers.
Okay.
Like you could go to
Yeah,
prom.
no.
Technically, you could go to prom in 9th grade, but really, realistically, you're probably not going to prom until like 10th.
Well, yeah, we had
or
people
11th.
that were, 10 and 11 going to prom
It's
or
the
going to
big-
grad, but
it's
it's for the grade 12s. You're graduating out. You're done. It's grad.
Yeah, that's the high.
Yeah,
That's literally
there's
just
no-
the graduation party that they throw. So that's different
Okay.
altogether.
Yeah, no, that's what we get. We don't get things.
Prom
for
is
you.
for sophomores and above, right? Like you're not going to
Again-
go as a freshman, but yeah, I'm sorry. I did a lot of dancing.
I don't
and
know about freshmen and all of that either.
I went to.
It was just
I don't
10,
mean to
11, 12.
brag, but one year I went to because there's multiple high schools in the city I went to high school in. I went to all 3 proms one year. I went to so many
you
proms.
popular guy.
No, I wasn't really. So that's why this is a miracle. I went to so many proms that I had to I made a deal with the place I was renting the tux from, and I wore the tux to school like 5 or 6 times. I gave out cards for referrals, so people would see me in the tux and be like,
Okay,
"Dude."
yeah, see you. Yeah.
And because of
Nice.
that was the best thing ever. Because of that, I got to fucking pimp it. I had like fucking like badass fucking shoes. I forget what, but they were some name brand. And then the whole thing looked fucking legit. And the best part was in one of the classes, we had to do rock climbing as a segment when I was in the tux. So it was like a total James Bond scene. So to take off the shoes, I'm fucking rock climbing you're in a harness and stuff, so you're not going to fall. It's against the wall in the auditorium, so it's not even like it goes up that high. It's like, oh, we went 9 feet, woo. But I still had to do it. We were all laughing. It was funny. Tore the inseam of my pants on that. Had my mom stitch it before I returned it. Don't tell the tux place. They never noticed.
Yeah, see, we don't have proms then at all.
Oh.
We've got graduation ceremonies.
Mr. Q, I went to 4 different proms in '96, drinking with 3 different women. Ooh, so I guess he's better than me. We had 4 freshmen at my prom. 2 got preggers. Oh,
okay. Yeah, we had people like grade 10 and grade 11s. If they were dating a grade 12, like a graduating student, then they'd be invited. So we had a couple of younger folks, but it was only because they were in some way tied to a graduating student. There's no end of year. And
So
there
my
was no
proms-
springtime.
I have to say my junior prom is the one I don't remember much of. Because again, the senior prom I had I did 3, so I remembered it for that reason. Junior prom I don't remember much about, but I know my sophomore prom was the year I went there with a senior. And so that was like woo, and that ended up. Anyways, I didn't go to my prom.
We had
my cousin was
shows.
busy. Oh, but a bumching.
Yeah, we had after the we had parties for wrapping the show, the spring and the end of season show, the Drama Kids, that sort of thing. But there was no none of that dancing shit. That was done for grade 8 or 9.
There's only one graduation when you complete school education. Yeah, I kind of agree with Labglass. You guys have too many graduations, and they're spaced
Well,
out.
you guys get a party every year. Fuck you. We get 3 in our entire grade, kindergarten through grade 12. We get 3.
We get way more than 1 every year. That's just that
Oh,
one.
then
we have
doubly
the
fuck
fucking
you.
we have
get
the
3.
snowflake dance, and we have
Kindergarten.
the fucking Shady Hawkins dance where she asks the guy kind of deal.
Yeah.
Depending on how
The
many times
Shady
you want to
Hawkins.
attend, there's plenty of fucking school dances. Put on a suit, get dressed up, and go.
Yeah.
Fucking go shake your ass for punch that totally isn't spiked. Movies always made me think parties at school were way cooler than they were. And
we had Battle of the Bands. Yeah. We never had parties like the movies made it look. Dances and stuff. But we had Battle of the Bands. We had fashion shows and we had things that we did in school after hours. But Yeah, no,
Oh,
there was
dear
no
Lord, King
there
Kong.
was no party every year. Yeah.
Well, that's a King Kong with a
just
fucking
wasn't a
horrible
thing.
fact, and that's a great way to end. So we're gonna.
Oh shit, yeah, it's that time. We'll see you guys on my channel in an hour and a half, where we can continue this conversation or start completely anew with something else. All right.
Sounds like a plan. Digger just didn't get asked to prom because she was the theater kid. Oh, that's them's be serious. All right, so we've had fun. We're gonna get out of here. We've been Johnny. You've been an audience. She's been Digger. Thank you so much for the support and all of the bits and,
Yes, thanks,
likes
everyone.
and follows. Take it easy, peoples. And we gotta get rid of that screen. But okay, yep. Bye.
Hey, did you hear about